Rotate device?
What? No.
It's telling you to rotate it.
Yeah, but then it loses.
Okay, hold on. Just pick up the stick and rotate it.
Yeah.
Will it?
No, just pick this whole stick up and rotate it real quick.
I don't know what you mean.
Rotate the
whole stick
base.
up.
You mean like
The stand
this way?
itself. Rotate the stand.
I don't know what you
Oh,
mean.
wait, do it. What? Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, drop the phone.
No, because that wasn't tight on there.
No, it wants the phone to go straight up and down.
Well,
I
there's
guess.
gotta be a way to.
I don't think there is.
No, that's the other camera.
You want
No.
the forward-facing camera.
Well, yeah. But it looks like
No, record the wall.
We could record the wall. Just record the coffee cup.
watching paint dry by cameras with coffee.
Just put it out the window so that they can see.
So they can hear us,
The-
but
the
just watching
weirdos.
traffic drive by.
Well, the weird people.
Well, at that point, face to the
Dropping off.
Starbucks, so we can watch traffic go to the Starbucks or at the other coffee shop.
Would that be funny? Guess what coffee shop we're at? Not the one across the street.
We're not at that one!
No.
Yeah.
Guess we are live. Woohoo. Okay, so Keegan got us up. So this is we're gonna do your
Your interview, your whatever.
whatever,
Yeah.
something to that effect. Yeah, with the games we did this year.
Yep.
How's that?
Sure. Yep, that sounds good.
So
I suppose you could pan that just for a second so everyone can see that there are more than.
there is
Four people.
There's not just a couple disembodied voices.
disembodied people.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
There we go.
yep, there are people
Alright.
here.
We're here at the coffee shop.
Okay, we're here.
So yeah.
Drinking coffee.
Drinking coffee.
Somewhat.
Coffee.
Well, some of us.
I wish it would give a better
Okay.
angle, but
Yeah.
with the phone, it's not.
Caffeine, right?
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
would just
The
say
podcast
caffeine.
itself won't notice the angle or camera or.
Yeah, it
Because
does.
it's all disembodied voices
So,
on the podcast.
The
Oh,
podcast we're recording now, you guys, so
Yep.
obviously, we're just trying to adjust our video because we're
Yeah.
doing a live feed, and then you guys are just gonna hear this audio, so.
Yep.
That's what we're just gonna do, is talk about the games we did.
I
And
figure we discuss our year review on gaming stuff, what we mostly did versus what everybody released, because I'm not gonna sit here and pull up everybody's release schedule
I
for the
mostly
year.
lost this year, that's what I did, lost my craft, mostly lost it,
you mostly lost, Keegan?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm not a very good gamer.
Yeah.
Well,
The feeling.
you're a good gamer, you just hide behind buildings and stuff.
That's called strategy. It's called camping. When you do that, then you don't have to worry about your troops going hungry. So,
Until they drop the building on you.
Until the building gets, moved. So, yeah, but.
well, then you
anyway,
get pancakes.
We've gone through quite a few games, if you
We
think
have.
about it, from naval games to,
Yeah.
you know,
Historic
historical type
to
battles.
just the fantasy,
to-
sci-fi.
Yeah. And now, and even delved into the RPG
Yeah,
stuff a
so
bit.
we did, well, let's start with the RPG stuff, why not?
We
Yeah.
played a card game too.
We did, that was the Red Dragon Inn one as well.
Oh,
The Red Dragon Inn was a good
Pac-Man,
game.
we played
Oh
Pac-Man.
yeah, we played
Oh, yeah.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Yeah,
That's true.
that was good.
You did
Actually,
play.
Pac-Man, got a lot of views when I
Yeah.
put it
Uh-huh.
up.
Well, yeah,
that's
well,
cool.
look at the timing
It's
of Pac-Man. I mean, look, Pac-Man started
Wow.
from an arcade game.
Yeah.
So look what it is now. It's on your phones. It's
It's
arcade.
everywhere,
It's
yeah. Yeah,
everything.
well, we did,
So-
I mean, we did the board,
I
started
grew
board
up on
games too.
Pac-Man.
We did board games because you did the King and Assassins.
Yes, which was
Yeah.
actually a very good game.
Yeah, that one
It
was a
was
lot of
really
fun.
intriguing because the miniatures were nicely done, and you had a two-sided board, and then you also had the board playability part.
Yeah,
And if you were the bad guys, the other guy didn't know who. Yeah, I mean, he didn't know who's who.
that was, yeah, the
I liked
strategy
it. It
behind
was
it,
a
it
lot.
was
It was a better
There's that.
game than I thought. Sure.
cute little tanks, but no thanks,
That one was fun too. It's more like tanks and checkers.
Oh, we
Yeah.
did tripods and triplanes.
yeah, tripods, triplanes,
Mm-hmm.
sort of kind of a cross between a board game and a miniature game.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
really,
a-
I mean, the
it's still a
board is
miniature
not, it's still technically a miniature game, but yeah, because everything's on the base of the plane other than the cards. I mean, that's a historical skirmish game, I guess I would say a better description. Yeah, you can tell we work for a newspaper.
Subscription.
Yeah, so. but
We'll
then
take
you
a gaming
yeah.
subscription, sure.
Can I
So-
cancel my description?
I don't care. Sure, have at it.
Cancel it, I'll cancel my job.
So you can't get disc no more, is that what description is?
Yeah.
They can disc you, so you can't,
It's-
they can't disc you no more?
So,
Battletech.
yeah, BattleTech,
Yep.
Battletech was,
we did, Kickstarter drop for that, so we got a lot of stuff off that.
that's a game we really gotta try to
We
replay
need to-
again.
I've
I
got-
mean, you've got,
Mhm.
Yeah, I got it.
That's the one we played at the other
A ton of
place, didn't I?
stuff.
I have a ton of
Or
stuff.
what was that one? Was that Battletech?
Well, we tried doing Cav.
Oh,
over
yeah,
at
that's
the
what I'm
Cav,
thinking of,
and
okay.
that we'll circle back to eventually. That one there was a lot of confusion on, and so I kind of just boxed it back up for a bit. I mean, we've done a little more, a heavier gaming towards the end of the year with like,
yeah,
Well, this year was chaos.
this year was chaos. And we did do RPG for a little bit with the World War II version of Twilight 2000 before the new one dropped. The new one is gonna be a lot of fun. We'll definitely focus in on that next year because it's a much more refined rule system, very simple character creation. I do wanna do the Fallout RPG
Well,
as well.
between that and Stargrave, we should have a couple good
Yeah,
campaigns for
we
next year.
got good. And we can
Yeah,
always
this-
run.
this coming year in January, we got at least a schedule. set
Yeah,
up.
well, at least we're gonna jump into the aeronautica stuff for a little bit while I get everything built. Now that I have everything again, I found it all, except for one box of assembled planes, which are not that crucial. I mean, I like to
Next
find them.
time, she needs to die when I throw a grenade.
Yeah,
That was bull crap.
yeah, well, that happens.
Three grenades and she doesn't die. It's like I threw three grenades at you. You should be dead.
Stargrave, yeah, just.
On Stargrave, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that,
Well, and I mean, a lot of all the games, what's it boil down to too, is how you roll.
yeah, really,
I mean, really, except for my sniper, there's no saving my sniper.
yeah.
Dude. You just
Oh,
need
yeah.
to
Yeah, we
send
don't-
him back
that's
to
a whole
civilian
nother
life.
And
talk.
boy, we went through 2 iterations, both, X-Wing and Kill Team.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I don't remember I think X-Wing was actually last year, but really, we went through 2 iterations of it.
Well, we had the regular X-wing, and then we got the
We got
upgraded
The
stuff.
upgrade, but
Um,
even Kill Team got upgraded while we were playing, and Kill Team, boy, it moved fast through its
First one.
changes.
I don't think we
Well,
haven't played
we-
version
We
two
played
like
the
that.
first Kill Team, anytime we
Yeah.
played Kill Team.
Well,
it's
since
been
the second
first
one, we
one.
haven't played. You
Yeah,
guys
we
did
played
an
the second
unboxing.
one,
I don't think we played version
They-
two.
No, we unboxed it, but we haven't.
So the
haven't
Kill
played
Team we were playing is the first of the new re-release of it. Then they changed it all, and the thing that I unboxed is the new rules.
Oh,
We
okay.
haven't played that yet,
Yeah.
or the new
Right.
revised rules.
Wonder-
Revised.
it. Do that again for effect, Clint.
Revised.
So he did
There
already.
you go.
Yeah. So yeah,
So,
yeah. So we don't really. I mean, mostly I wanted to train the miniatures out of that anyway. I mean, I'm definitely down with the rules because I bought the compendium, so that covers everybody's forces.
Well, I
You're-
wonder if they'll do revised forces. Like
They
they'll
did.
do-
That's,
like-
I have the book that's the revised forces.
Yeah, but no, like the Necrons had their own Kill Team box that came out.
Oh no, I don't think they're gonna do those again. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna start because they've already released another big box with terrain and 2 armies and it was Tau and
Yeah.
something else. I mean, it was like $200 a pop. I don't think so.
yeah.
That's
Some of the
nothing for
tabletop
It's-
stuff, it gets expensive, but then again,
Well, Warhammer,
look at
that's
what people will spend on Fortnite and
That's
stuff.
true.
Microtransactions for $99 is not no microtransaction to me for digital assets that you can't.
Yeah.
Use,
that's,
That's why I don't understand people that buy their games online. It's like, why?
yeah.
You go to get rid of it at the end of time. You can't use that
Yeah.
leverage to resell it.
You might spend
The-
$200 on Warhammer box set, but you're gonna get most of your money back.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
will. Or
Games Workshop stuff holds a pretty good
And-
value.
I more hoard the terrain than anything else anyway.
Yeah.
I agree with Keegan on the video game side of it, except for certain re-release stuff like Full Throttle when it came back.
Yeah.
You could only get it as a download for the Xbox. There was no gonna ever be a physical disc. But really, I paid $5 for it. Who cares?
Right, but I'm saying like when you buy, say the new Call of Duty, they're
Yeah.
buying all the digital. Well, when you go to sell your Xbox that you can no longer play that on, unless they have a digital, like I don't want to call it exchange, digital
Yeah.
rebacking or whatever, they're not going. You can't do nothing with it. It's stuck in that Xbox,
Yeah.
and if you go to clear the Xbox to sell it, they're gone. They're just
Yeah.
they're just.
Technically, it should back it up. I'm gonna throw the quotes again. Should back it up, but yeah,
Yeah.
back up.
Beep, beep, beep. There we go, sound effects.
Because
Sound
yeah, I've
effects.
noticed backup on like some of my Fallout 4 files didn't save. So, not that I minded restarting Fallout 4, but
Keegan might dance. Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Minnie
so-
Warmut wants a peppermint mocha coffee, he says.
Is that what he
Yeah.
says?
Yeah, funny, because that's what Crystal drinks too.
So, all right, well,
I
mini
might order
Walmart,
one and
sure,
drink it for you.
sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Just-
Dee's drinking one right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a mocha.
It's
Yeah.
a mocha.
It's a mocha, not a peppermint mocha.
Well,
I may
fine.
go order one
We
and
know
drink
how
it on
picky
your
Minnie
behalf.
Warmut is.
Yeah, and so we're doing a video and an audio recording, so
Yeah.
mini Warmut, we'll be talking about you, but it's gonna be on the podcast too. No big
Isn't
deal.
that like a $30
It is,
fee?
No
it
pressure.
is, on Amazon Music and Spotify and a few other little places that we're at.
Oh, wait, we're
Just,
on
but they're
Amazon
no-name
Yeah.
places like
I didn't know we were
iHeartRadio.
there.
Yep.
I knew we were on Spotify, but I didn't know we were on Amazon
Amazon
Music.
Music,
I know we
yeah,
were there.
Google Music,
Everywhere.
and
Everywhere.
Spotify, Yep.
Yeah. So-
iHeartRadio. And that's not counting things like Deezer, Podchaser,
Yeah.
Anchor. Um,
Might as well spread the love.
What else
It's,
we done?
it's
Spread the
everywhere.
love of dice, for the love of dice.
Well,
The love of
we've
dice,
done-
yeah. We love gaming, that's for sure, and coffee,
Wow.
but
no, we-
That's debatable.
No, that was my other group. I'm trying to think what other RPGs I ran this, but because I did
We
Starfighter.
only did the two RPGs.
Yeah,
We
you
did
guys,
many.
with you guys, I've done Starfinder, D&D, Cyberpunk with the other group, for RPG stuff. Then Cyberpunk's got a miniature component coming that I don't know. I didn't back it. I wasn't that excited about the Kickstarter release for it.
well, we're into enough already to keep us busy the
We
whole
are,
next
and
year,
now,
honestly,
you know,
I mean,
We'll definitely delve into Aeronautica, so if you haven't seen the Thunderhawk gunship, that's on the
Not-
Facebook page.
Then
You
the
guys should
next
check
round
that
they're
out.
at now. I gotta get me some of their.
You will be
What
getting
did-
Necrons soon for that, and that's gonna be actually kind of brutal.
Well,
from what
yeah,
I
because they're
understand.
living ships.
Yeah,
They're not needing a pilot. They're living ships.
that's gonna be interesting to see how the Necrons work. And I did find, part of the reason you're getting Necrons for Aeronautica is Forge World did put out Necrons for the old version.
Forge World did?
Yeah, they
Oh,
were,
okay, well,
I found them on eBay that I had tempted to buy some.
they're huge.
It tails.
Mhm.
It
Wow.
was kind of wicked looking. I have a feeling with Aeronautica, since it's still going strong, we're gonna see other races that didn't have ships.
Well,
getting
it's pretty
ships.
much just got under its own way, I mean,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
really big, a lot of people are talking about it, and
Yeah, 'cause
Clint
it's gonna
has all
compete with
that.
All the flights.
I mean, Dee and I threw down a sample game where she just
Yeah.
slaughtered my orcs in one turn, like literally blew them right out of the sky.
It's orcs.
It was bad.
That's true. I mean, that's fair. They are orcs. It's,
It's literally held
that's-
together with WD-40 and duct tape.
yeah, and
WD-40 and
that's
duct
pretty
tape.
much yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Duct
So-
tape works on everything.
Yeah.
But it took longer than we thought.
Well, you're
no,
learning it, so.
Right.
It took 2 turns. Yeah, it took us time to learn it, but we only played 2 turns, and then I was dead, and that was over.
Yeah.
2 turns and you were dead.
And that was it. She killed both planes in one shot.
Well,
With
there
one
you go,
plane.
D, I mean,
It's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of like Jaden did to me earlier this year, and what was that? Wings of Glory, I think
Yeah.
it was.
oh, yeah,
We were playing earlier this year with my daughter Jaden, and Jaden literally. So, were you and Jaden on the same team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she wanted to be on my team, but you picked on her in all fairness, Keegan.
And
didn't
all she did is kept flying in circles over
Around,
here as I'm
following
chasing
you.
Greg, and she's just flying in circles, and all of a sudden she just happened to line up after I killed Greg, happened to line up on me face to face, and then just completely wiped me out. It's like,
Yeah.
really?
With
Like
that
all
game,
she
that
did
can
was
happen
fly
fast.
in circles.
But remember, as she flew in circles, she was on your tail and was constantly shooting at your plane, so whittling away at you while you were trying to get at her grandpa.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
And
And then she
For
took
me.
you out.
So
so
the
in,
problem for me.
in Aeronautica, that when you're tailing someone, that's its own phase. It's
Oh, is
actually
it?
resolved
Okay.
before you do anything else. So yeah, if you're actually tailing someone, you guys have your own separate movement and combat. Well, combat mostly. So you could blow someone out of the sky before the regular turn even starts.
Huh.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Well, orcs can only take 3 points of damage and then they're done.
When it's held together with duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
Well,
then
They are the cobbling things
Yeah,
together.
they are,
and
that's
everything.
true. And then with tripods and triplanes, we really, I have
I think
noticed,
we killed one, didn't we?
you disabled both of them, because you had to stop them, that was the whole
Oh,
objective.
great, they had to kill me,
It
to
was
disable them.
really actually a lot easier to stop the aliens than, using World War I planes.
Yeah, no
Well,
missile,
we're
just
talking about
machine guns.
tripods, triplanes, right? So,
Yeah, I was trying to make sure as we kept changing subjects to different games, I was trying to keep up on the name of the game so we didn't lose everyone in the podcast, but.
there you go. Just a little different.
Oh,
God.
yeah. That one-
Gotta have some fun.
How did you make your words bigger?
So you
I
got,
just moved it.
You-
Mini
Look, I
Warm-Up
don't
said
know
he
what I
got
did.
a
Oh,
fistful
you're
of
the-
Yeah,
legs.
I think that's that one Western one he was working on.
See?
That's
That's-
kind of,
This.
That's an interesting one there, Mini Warm-Up. We'll have
yeah,
to,
we might
check
next
Lead
year.
games or lead games,
fistful
whatever.
of
The fistful of lead. We might look into a Wild West. I know none of you guys actually do War Gods of Egyptus. I kind of really want to play it still.
What is it?
War Gods of Egyptus. I can't say it.
And
Basically,
yet, and yes, I will play.
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that
hey,
one.
yeah, Mini Warm-Up, I'll take you up on that. You wanna send the rules? That's cool. Just send them to
Yeah.
gamerswithcoffee@gmail.com.
I mean, it's not a big mainstream game, but you're playing basically Egyptian gods. It's your whole force. So
Now, what was
it's-
this? I'm
so
sorry,
The War Gods of Egyptus,
Oh, okay.
and so I mean
He's
Your-
gonna play the canine god,
well of course I play
and he's
Anubis,
been
but there's
trying to get me to play the.
play Bastet. You like
The
cats.
cats.
It makes sense to play Bastet.
It's not that I like cats; it's that I have a cat.
Well, still,
And I was
But-
a dog person, and then I got talked into a cat, and she's been with us for 11 years.
Sounds to
You
me
I
like
have
she's a
no
cat
choice
person.
now.
yeah.
Sounds to me like she's a cat person.
You know,
Yeah,
they
Who
say
claims to be a dog person.
they
Yeah.
say that cats were brought into Egyptian homes to be their gods.
Yeah.
To be their
So that-
protectors, yeah.
No, to be their god, actually. So,
Well, and
so
with-
apparently
With
that's
that
what-
game, it's like Greg was talking about, like the Roman miniature ones. It's just troops. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no. Well, I think they might have some. Some of them might have chariot, but that's it. There's no big machines. There's no. It's just
Troops,
your troops
basically.
with your basic weapons, and it's just a miniature skirmish game set in that level. So it's ancient Egypt. Your figures are the Egyptian, all personifications of the Egyptian gods. So there's no humans actually.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I thought that one would be
Speaking of-
fun.
It does
Chariots
look
and troops.
fun.
What was that one that we advertised? They sent
Oh,
to
yeah.
you to try out.
Okay, so we didn't advertise it. Wu Fun Games sent those incredible 2D printed
Yeah, those-
miniatures,
yeah.
which are acrylic. And when you set them down on a table, there's a three-dimensional look to your eyes.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting. They're very beautiful pieces of literally like artwork. And I mean, we'll have to put some of those together. Yeah.
I think we
That's-
should play that.
I mean,
Well, I
that's-
gotta get the rules. It's like every other game. They send
Yeah.
us the samples and,
Yeah.
but I do need to sit there and just do a show where I'm putting them together because
Didn't
they're
they
amazing.
have a Wild
They are.
West component?
yes,
Did they have
they,
some Wild West figures for that?
yes, they actually have an
Ooh.
entire town made of acrylic. So it's like $200 or $300 for the train, but when
Yeah.
you put it together and you look at the
Yeah.
town,
It's a
I
whole
would,
town.
it's an entire town and I'm looking at it going, yeah, that'd be worth the money.
That might be.
But it looks
tied
like
into
stained
the
glass.
lead
It
rules.
looks
That
like
might
stained
be
glass.
I know, it
considered.
looked beautiful.
You know
It's
what?
Very nice.
That terrain though, even though it's 2D, might work well with Stargrave.
It might, yeah.
You
Woo!
possibly.
It depends. I mean, the nice thing with Stargrave is it's gonna take.
I mean, the miniatures are already this tall. The
Yeah.
miniatures. That
So-
means
Well, yeah, you could, I guess, but you got all the futuristic space.
yeah, but you
no,
gotta think they're
also-
going to They're going out
Yeah.
of a planet.
I mean-
so it's all
It
on
could
how
be
the
anywhere.
planet is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could, I guess.
I mean,
yeah, you
look
could
at
do-
Firefly. How often were they actually in a futuristic city?
Right.
Not really.
They weren't, it was mostly old
There was a
Western.
lot of old
Which I
Western.
love that show, by the way.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean, they
it-
canceled it.
And that I want to get to is that Brigands and Browncoats, which is the miniature skirmish version of Firefly. It's still limited right now. There's not a lot out for it, but I think it'd be worth having. It's sort of a board game, but not.
Whereas, I'd have to look into that.
It's-
I always liked that show. I was
Yeah,
hoping they
it's
would've.
the main cruise of the ship, and everybody takes one of the crew members, and you've got a board that you put out, and you've got these little cardboard containers and stuff, and you run through little scenarios. with it. So I mean, it's really kind of cool. It's just a skirmish game set in the, you know, the Fallout. Oh my God, the Firefly universe.
You know, it'd be cool to do a little campaign on.
Yeah, except you want to stay away from the Reavers.
Wow.
They were bad guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Red Dragon Inn's gonna have its board game coming, then we're gonna, the Monpoc, the Monster Apocalypse stuff, once that does drop, it's probably gonna be the end of the year. We are gonna have the other place, because we're gonna need a big table, and it's gonna be a giant city, and it's just gonna be a monster.
That's the one where you gotta walk to each one.
No, it's the one where you got city blocks and your monsters just level the city. It's basically Monster Battle Royale in the
that's right,
middle
okay.
of a
Oh, I
city.
remember seeing that.
So thanks, Mini Worm. I'll have to look at it. I can't check it now because I'm doing this little video.
He sent
But
it
he
over,
sent the core rules for it.
so.
So
Yep.
cool. Thank
We'll
you,
look into
man.
that, for
Thank
sure.
you. We'll look at it. May as well. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
you're fine there, so.
AVP would be kind of cool to get some more. I think we played it once this year. Or you
yeah.
guys played it once this year.
What? What game?
AVP.
Oh, Aliens. Well, yeah,
I actually
that-
like that, but
The Aliens game is neat if you like the movie, and
Yeah.
you could play it all by yourself. But man, them things come after you. It's an
yeah,
aggressive. It's an
yeah.
aggressive game. I mean, you're not. It's not a walk in the park.
Mhm.
Well, sometimes it depends on who's playing against you.
Well, that game.
No,
is
that's
designed
a
as
computer
war.
playing against you. It's
Oh,
a
the
you versus
computer?
you
Oh,
versus.
okay.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not even a computer.
It could
You
be-
versus the
Okay.
AI or
It
car.
could be 7 of you, up to
Yeah.
7 of us, can play together as a team.
Okay.
The aliens are separate. The aliens always advance towards the closest person, and they outpace you by almost 2 to 1. So if you move 3, they can always move 6 or more.
Yeah,
And they
you're-
just aggressively come after you. And then
Okay.
when you turn the tokens over, you don't know if you're facing 1 alien or 6.
Yeah, it's
I
And
mean,
don't,
maneuverable
and
well.
don't you gotta go get the little girl? Like she's in an area, you gotta go find the little girl.
You have to find Newt, and then that's one of the missions. But we never did make it out. We tried several times, and
Well, you'll have to tell me
Crap.
Yeah,
what to look, what,
all beginning
What-
year.
you run and scream. You just run and scream. Oh God, no!
Okay.
Yeah. Say,
It's
all beginning of the year, I talked about, we need to do the Forbidden series, the Forbidden Skies, Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, okay.
I keep
yes.
talking about that and never do it.
Because we
So
forget.
they're board games,
Mhm.
so that, and it's been a
you
while
are
since
the
I
owner
talked
of the
about it.
games.
I'm the owner of
So when-
Forbidden Skies.
So when you bring it, we'll play.
So the idea is, it's
He
you
has a point
versus
there.
the game. So everybody has to work together, and what's happening so it starts with Forbidden Island, and you have these little tile squares that you lay out on the map, and your little meeples, your little tokens are on the squares, and you can move from square to square. But the island is sinking, so the tiles will disappear, and you have to get to the dock. You have to pick up these little objective things so you can build the boat to get to the dock, or some, I can't remember.
You
if
have
you're
to
gonna
take
build
the
a boat
dock to build the boat.
to build the boat to win. Then the way that the series goes, you then have to, I think you're building an airship from the desert or from the island. You're building an airship, I believe, to get off the island.
Okay.
So then in Forbidden Desert, the airship crashes in the desert. So you've got another series of tiles, but this time you have tunnels as well. And you have to get the pieces of the airship and get to the launch pad so that you can escape the desert as the tiles are being buried by the sand.
So you could literally be in a tunnel and get buried.
You could,
Yeah.
yeah, because the other end of the tunnel could get sealed. And everybody has to get there with the components and get off, or you all lose. It's an all or nothing.
So it's a
type game.
co-op. It's a big
Then, if you get through Forbidden Desert, you end up in Forbidden Sky, and it's a big old floating city piece or
Yeah.
city station, and your airship crashes there. Now you have to get to the rocket ship to leave, and you have to get the components and power the rocket ship. So not only are you moving from tile to tile, there's lightning strikes because you're in the sky, and you have to build circuit bridges to power the rocket. Now,
Oh.
it leads me to believe that the next one is gonna be Forbidden Space, and there's gonna be like a space station or something.
that you gotta.
It just keeps
They
going
will.
in the story arc, and we had kept talking about, Greg and I talked about it for, well over a year and a half,
Well, we should
And
definitely,
we should
that'd be
just-
an awesome campaign to run.
It's just, it's technically a board game.
Yeah, but it'd be
But
cool
it
to
would
buy them
be-
all and
yep.
just duel them.
We just
in
do
a
one
order.
every Sunday, cause you just play, you,
Yeah,
most of the time, you don't win.
I do have an idea though, because there are so many games and so little time.
We need to run a
We
schedule.
must become independently wealthy
Oh, yeah,
or
sure.
become professional gamers.
Yeah.
So that we can do this all the time.
Which would make
Because
us
there is
we're
independently
no.
not professional.
Well, that only
Damn it.
happens.
We are-
One or the
That
other.
only
It's
happens-
one or the
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
It's
D-
like,
D's right. We,
Yeah.
you
It
know.
has
You
to
know,
be one
that
or
only
the other.
happens with the help of our viewers.
Well, there,
Yeah.
some of our viewers, like Mini Warmont, who are exceptionally wealthy, they just sit back and watch us poor gamers struggle. Play.
And doesn't spread the wealth.
No.
Game monkey game.
Yeah.
He said, Mini Warmont's absolutely right.
You know, Mini
Yeah.
Warmont could sponsor us and just send us a game to play every week.
Actually, we talk about Mini Warmont all the time, so we promote him. Like
Yeah.
crazy.
I think he should do that.
I don't
for,
think-
Even-
for as much as we talk about
Well,
him, just
now-
send us a game every week.
Yeah.
There's some of those websites I told you not to promote him on, Keegan, and you
Yeah,
did anyway.
Yeah.
so.
so.
but then we'll
I'm not
never
supposed to
get,
send
to
to
Clint's
promote it on
games.
Gamer Hub.
Clint's games?
we'll never get to Clint's games if we have more games
No,
coming.
but then he's
Clint-
supplying us with games and we're not spending any of our money, so we're letting the wealthy pay for us poor peasants.
Yeah.
Clint
play.
has a store though, basically. He's got a small store
Yeah,
of games.
Basically.
We could open a
Okay.
used game shop just with what he's got,
just about, yeah.
pretty much. Except Clint wouldn't want to sell
Ooh,
anything.
no, that'd be
But-
cool. Don't open a used GameStop. Open a store where you can come in and rent a table and have all these games you come in and
We
play.
really
Yeah,
need
the-
to do
well, that was the-
We should
There's
do that.
one
Maybe
in
that one.
There's one I sent to Crystal
We could
in
probably do
California.
that on
That-
a low scale.
That was actually the thought with the Gamers with Coffee shop, is we actually offer coffee
Yep.
in a gaming area.
There's a place like that in California.
A
There's a guy.
gaming commune.
It's
Yeah.
a anime gaming coffee shop hotel.
Yeah,
Mini Warmont, I'm letting Clint read your
Yeah.
comments.
yeah,
Let's go,
Well,
Clint.
it's right here.
Get off your butt, man.
yeah.
What do you say?
Easier said than done.
Let's
So
see.
we will
Let's see.
try. We will try that.
The only thing is that you will get bored because you won't be able to buy your own games.
No, Clint, I would think that they'd be
And I
like,
think you,
what do we sell, Clint? Clint be like, nothing. But I spent $300 buying terrain people were coming to sell.
And you know what? I bet we could build a nice Gamers with Coffee gaming shop right there, because that building has been
That'd
sitting
be good.
empty
Nah,
for freaking
I don't wanna
years.
touch that building, no.
Well,
Location,
actually,
location, not good for that building.
But the views, you never know when the drug addicts. and
Yeah,
stuff
no,
are-
yeah.
no.
We could even have a live stream
coffee
camera,
shop
anyone could access.
and game.
How'd your first day in business go? Well, really good the first hour, and the second hour we got robbed.
No,
Yeah.
remember when we were at the old building downtown, that World Theater? That's the one we needed. You've got 4 access points for walk-in traffic, coffee shop in front, gaming
Yep.
center, then the back half where the stage used to be or the screen used to be, there's that wall with that giant hole, and you put up monitors and you let them do the video game stuff in the back and put the monitors on the
He's
screen.
thought this through
Yes, I
already.
have. We
Yeah.
just need
What are they-
$18.6
I was
million
thinking more
to
of
buy a
like-
building.
I was thinking more like
Yeah.
you said, 4 access points in the stage. I was going, COD paintball. That sounds cool.
No,
Call it Duty.
no, that's not made up. But it's got a huge parking lot right next to it with a door access in the parking lot.
Huh.
It's downtown. So even if
So
it
people
just
without
did,
cars can
even
walk
if you
there.
just did, it's downtown, so it's coffee, walk-in
Mhm.
traffic, coffee shop.
So
Oh,
Mini
what?
Warmont.
Is there like an
We
apartment
cannot.
upstairs?
No, it's the
cannot buy their
Guaranteed
shop.
Bank building
They already
stuff
own
up
it.
there.
It is a nice place
It's a
to
bunch of offices.
That's why we're
Then
here.
what we
You
do,
could convert the offices.
they're
into-
already active.
Oh,
I just
okay.
want that chunk of the building.
Well, I just say a hotel on top.
Yeah,
of you guys.
nah.
Yeah, but
I
we
know.
we need a place to live because we don't have any other
We're all
income
gonna
coming
get-
in.
Just dance real quick. There we go.
But, yeah,
There you go. Okay, Mini Warmont. That was a free one.
and I apologize all
The
people.
next one's gonna
Yeah,
cost you
well, the
3
people-
games.
People on the podcast
So
couldn't see Keegan dance.
with that idea
He
though,
says live in the store. That's what
Yeah,
I said.
I
No.
Thank you.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. We just get apartments above the store. That's why we don't have to have that big of a commute.
we just serve a coffee bar
And we don't have to own cars.
A coffee shop,
Don't have to go anywhere.
So what you do is basically get a line bank of Keurigs and K-cups.
Yep.
Everyone comes in, they can buy a K-Cup, pop it in the Keurig, do whatever they want,
Get a
add whatever they
styrofoam cup.
want.
Get our own
We
GWC
don't-
coffee line.
We
Right.
don't need a
Well, I was-
barista.
Yeah,
Actually,
I was
Barista.
thinking,
I've looked into that and I can do it.
we
But
could,
we'd have to have
you know,
people.
we could have serve coffee where, with a small, oh my god, my
Get a
brain.
couple baristas.
Yeah, a couple baristas to do that, but then still have the coffee bar as well, because some of those people don't have a lot of time, so yeah, if they can just come in with one of their own cups, and you literally buy the K-Cup, you're just paying for the K-Cup.
Hey Clint, we sold those for $1 a cup of coffee. How'd you make $600 today? Well, I invested $10 in a bottle of whiskey and just added shots to people for extra money. Here's some Irish coffee. Go gaming now.
You know, or God, we get cheap and just buy the gas station coffee dispensers, like.
Oh, no,
Oh.
no.
Just-
That's off limits.
The dispensers. The
Still off
machines
limits.
that
The
do it.
machines.
Like at the
Yeah.
rest stop.
But we need
Cup of
like
coffee.
the really quality coffee in it.
Right, we
Yeah.
can, we
Really
can
quality.
control, well,
Like
then
your
we just get
favorite
Black
brand.
Rifle stuff.
There you go, Black
That's
Rifle.
We
what I
just
was
have it
gonna
in
say.
Black Rifle dispensary.
I didn't
Because
know
all
we
we
could
gotta
say
do then
that.
is pour
Why
in the
do
meat.
Black Rifle? Just get our own. Get the own gamers with coffee.
We can
We can do
that
both.
too.
We can roast our own.
Because Black Rifle's a known name.
We roast you enough.
We're
Like I
gamers with coffee.
I already
coffee.
looked into it.
We get
It's-
roasted
There's a
enough.
way for us to do it and have a label put on coffee. You can
Yeah.
even sample it and stuff, but you get
If
your
we
own.
did something like that with the
I've already looked
gaming
at it.
area, which we'd still have a lot of card people, but we'd have a lot of area where we could do miniatures too, and
Yeah.
then you've still got,
Why not?
you had that giant stage wall with all the monitors, with all the different video games people are playing behind them, and a couch area that people could sit and just watch people play video games.
So what do you guys think
People
of
would
that?
never leave.
Yeah.
We could.
Are we
could
really gonna
have
do
trade.
this?
Well,
You know what?
we need,
Are we
might
just
take a
all
couple-
we need
talk?
$100 million.
No, we
Well,
don't.
we wouldn't need
Oh,
we wouldn't need
no.
$100 million. I
Uh-uh.
bet if we
Don't
actually
make it
got
impossible.
cracking down on this, I bet we could
We
actually
could
do
do
this
it.
within 5 years, 5 to 10 years.
Easy.
Actually.
We
I
could
just
do
don't wanna
this.
rent the building. I don't wanna deal with the rent, I wanna buy the building.
Oh, the building, the 100 mil?
Well, the building, I think, last time was for sale for 16.5 million.
Hello, Taylor. Hello,
Maybe we could
Taylor.
start
I see you there.
somewhere else.
And yeah, we could just, we're just kind of fantasizing
Well, yeah.
a little bit,
That'd be,
but
that'd be cool as shit.
It's a great
We
location
could
for
do
what
it.
we wanna
Actually
do though.
do something.
And then really all we sell is food, snacks and coffee.
yeah,
Everything
you
else
want-
is just, I don't wanna sell games, I don't wanna,
We could rent food trucks to come in.
No,
we could.
no, no. you
we
just-
could, actually, because the parking lot's big enough that we could do an event with food truck.
Yep.
Well,
We
so Monday is whatever. Tuesday, the taco food truck comes in.
And,
Wednesday
and
is
there's,
whatever, you know.
and there's access to it. So it's still got all the bank stuff there, and then one side, so all we'd have to do is just make sure to remove the old teller stand stuff, the old automated vacuum tubes.
Yeah.
Or I like the vacuum tubes, I think those would be fun, but you
Use
could,
What are we gonna use
use them to
that
teleport
for?
your miniature. Not quite sure they'd survive, but
I would use them because they're there and they're cool.
vacuum tubes are
Okay.
cool. I don't care who you are.
Would you
Vacuum
put
tubes are
something
cool.
In
Put your-
them,
put your
or
coffee
what are you
in there.
gonna do?
Whoosh,
Is it
go.
a game?
Send stuff back and
Why
forth
is
just
it
because
off
we
now?
can.
Is it a
Just
game?
consider it a fidget
No,
toy.
it'd just be like, Greg, why aren't you
I
calling Clint?
agree
Because
with
we have
you.
a vacuum tube. He's gonna send me a message,
agree
and
with
I'm gonna
you.
write one back, and just be a back and forth like,
It's more
Why
fun
didn't
when
you-
you're not sitting in the car having to reach out for it, though.
yeah. we're-
Yeah, but
Or sure.
I can see them doing that, and we go, why
Right.
is the electric bill $3,000 this month? Oh, that's right, because those two won't get off the vacuum tube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but
so I agree with you, Mini Warmut.
You and I will have to do all the work.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you, because I'll be slacking off too, I'm sure.
Okay,
Keegan be
me.
sleeping,
You're
yeah.
right. It would be me,
No, I'd be dancing
but I would do it.
for games.
nice.
But
Rock, paper, scissors, go. But that's a
Come
game.
on. Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, do
Hold
it.
them to it, people. Hold them to it.
Yeah, we
Well,
can't.
we have actually
It's-
discussed
We
some
can
of
do
this
We
stuff.
have,
this.
but it's the
The
capital.
capital.
I don't wanna borrow money from someone to do this,
And it's hard, those armored
Because-
cars.
Yeah, well, there are ways to do things.
but then with that giant parking lot, Keegan,
There are ways.
put in an RC track.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Oh my gosh.
actually,
But people have to.
because if we did it,
No,
that
the
would work. No,
parking lot's
that would work.
huge.
Okay.
That would work, because think
That
about it, the one outside
Indoor
RC track in town is getting closed down.
Indoor track.
Outdoor, well,
We
we wanna
could-
do an indoor
Watch
one
out,
too.
you're flinging so.
Really?
We could, I mean, that's what we do with that tube area. We put the
What?
RC, so we put a fence around it so people from who are walking the sidewalk can look in and watch. And we built an RC track with just a carport cover over it. It's already got the frame structure there. You just roof over it. You don't have to do it when the weather's nice, but then you have a fenced in area. You have to go in the building to get to
Mhm.
the RC track, and you just make it a regular course. Or along the edge, you put the rock crawler course and the RC track inside that.
We really need a,
Jesus, we need money.
Yes, Taylor. We could also put 3D printers in there.
so I tell you what,
Right.
True.
viewers, if you don't wanna help,
Viewers, we need
I
$100
will
million.
pay-
100 million, let's just do.
Let's be
But-
real.
But the idea of Keegan dancing for cash was not bad.
That is not gonna make us $100 million.
Maybe $1.99.
I know what Taylor willing to pay.
What's Taylor willing to pay?
Probably $2.99.
It's
I could do some private views for Taylor.
Oh my gosh. Keegan's only
No,
fans.
like, no, back up.
Only fans, right?
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
only gamers.
Well, then that, if we're doing all that, then.
What happened?
we,
Read that last
No,
comment.
that was the Times Theater back in the day.
Yeah, that was the old, no, it was the World
So-
Theater.
No,
So they're reading your comment.
what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Back
Get
in
out
the
there
day.
and start shaking it in front of the window.
Can I?
Alright, Minnie Warman.
Oh, jeez.
You're not even in it.
Oh, he missed it. I ain't doing it again.
Jeez, anyway.
Seriously,
So,
we can do this.
see
Don't-
you guys
Don't
listening.
Just let the
overdream so
podcast
far that you
people
can't
miss when
actually
we don't
accomplish
watch live,
anything.
yeah.
See, if you guys don't
Why
watch
is
our live
why is
on
our
the podcast,
subscription
you'll see all-
viewers plummeting all of a sudden?
Yeah, no wonder. Huh,
Yeah, it's insanity.
yeah.
If
Wow,
we, if we
this
don't
really
do
went
this, it's
off
not my
from,
fault.
from end of the year review
No,
to,
it's kind of still
No,
in
no,
there.
we're
This is
still on
something
the
we
same.
discussed, Greg and I discussed this several times at work.
We have discussed this for a while.
Yeah.
Taylor said man candy, man candy, man candy.
Taylor, that's good, man, candy.
So,
Right on.
that's just one of those that, yeah, and then we could actually live stream that too. Everything but the coffee, well, we just basically live stream the security cams.
Yeah.
Let everyone
24/7.
just
Sure.
watch. And yeah, we could, as long as we could get him.
You know, it's still downtown, so I bet everyone can still see the crackheads that go by.
Yeah,
This way they don't have to miss
Well,
these
even
crackheads
there.
that go by.
well, with
Well,
it being
occasionally, yeah.
mostly a coffee bar, we would only have the baristas at a certain time. And then after that, everything is self-serve coffee. If people want a game till midnight, there's no reason we couldn't leave the facility open 24/7,
And just,
as long as it's monitored.
Would say one of us, or
Because
someone
we
would just
live
have to be
there.
there at night. We just have to have one
yeah,
person
we'd have to
that
have
night.
someone. They just do a rotating schedule on that.
I do think we all have to live there though. It's a gaming
We
commune.
can't
a
live down
gaming
there.
commune.
No.
I say we buy the whole building, kick, well, no, we wouldn't wanna kick
No.
out who's up top, cause they
It's-
would pay rent.
Yeah, they're renting, so,
So that would be income.
yeah, we'd wanna, well, there'd be no reason for us to have the upstairs anyway.
Well, I just say a hotel
Other
there,
than-
a gaming hotel would be kinda cool and then have each one
So,
set up to different games.
that's a good question, how many tables? I don't know.
That,
As many
that
tables
space I
as we
could
could.
run, okay,
As
so
many as
that
we can
space,
pack in there.
if you're looking at a little 4-person table, we could get a dozen. Between dining and just card
Dining?
games, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
so
it's
is this gonna be a restaurant too?
No.
You said dining, I don't know.
It's strictly
So-
dining.
So
We
what
can
was
have-
that? What did you mean when you said dining?
The baristas.
it's a coffee bar. People drink coffee. They sit at tables and talk like we're doing right now and do podcasts and talk about coffee and stuff.
I'm sorry I angered
So-
you.
A dozen or so 4-person tables for either card games, just consumption. You've got the couches to watch the screens or just sit. They'll have a little table. Then I bet you that is big enough. We could put 8 large terrain tables.
Yeah, or you could have
Because
battles.
With cup holders.
It's
And you own
yes,
the
that is
terrain
actually
already.
a smart
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
You just put a shelf along the back wall where all the terrain is, and the terrain just stays in the building.
Yeah, it's that's
Rentable
No,
window
they come
lockers.
in,
Hold
man.
on, rentable window lockers where you can come, you can rent the locker for a month or whatever. You can put your terrain, your game pieces in
It's
there,
not a bad
Or your
and
idea.
then you don't have
Or
to
your
go.
RC.
Well, or
No,
RC, whatever.
Yeah, well,
Nah,
And
most
you can-
RCs.
I don't
you
know
can
those
rent-
batteries.
I don't know.
No, you have
want-
to take your batteries home.
I-
You
Yeah,
just don't
take
have
your
batteries.
batteries home.
I don't wanna keep people's RCs there.
But no, what you
Okay,
do is,
good.
then you can put your miniatures in there and you don't have to go back and forth between home and there.
Yeah, that's true.
You can
And
rent it
It's
out
definitely
once a
something we
month.
could look at.
So to answer Mini Warman, he said, why isn't anyone writing this stuff down? Because me and Clint have
Yeah,
talked
it
about it
needs-
enough, we don't need to write it down.
Yeah, we'd all talked about
And
This is-
an RC track in the back, I'm sure, yeah, they would have.
Well-
No matter where you rented, you could do the
So we
RC
have-
stuff outside.
That'd be cool.
If we
So
were,
come in and you go over top
Actually-
an indoor rock crawling track, but it goes up.
well,
It's
yeah.
like a net, and so like you're kind of
Yeah.
on the ground. Well, that might not work because you flip over and then you can't
we-
flip it back up.
If we got that building with its parking lot and the building behind it with its
Yeah.
parking lot, because they're both vacant,
Uh-huh.
which is the old Dragon restaurant.
Yo, wow, yes, I love that place. I
So
grew up in that
we would have a
place.
huge parking area.
Is the Buddha still there?
I have no idea.
No, but we can.
I
But the
mean-
building's vacant, and other than we would have to restore both buildings slightly, because they're
Oh,
historic
wow.
structures.
Define slightly.
Had the brickwork updated, just the stuff that's,
Okay, so cosmetics.
so it has to, well, and we actually want the World Theater, I wanna put it back to looking like the World Theater with the giant globe in the front. Granted, it'd have to be a modern version now, because there's no way you can get that original globe anymore, it's long gone.
Well,
For
you have
enough
to
money,
go,
you
you'd
can.
have to go
But-
flat earth, but you know.
Yeah, we
It's
do
flat
that.
earth.
Well, but it's easier to game on a flat earth, man.
Dragon.
It fits on a table better.
The building behind it that was the
Does.
Dragon restaurant, or bar, or whatever it was, only the outer structure needs to be returned to its original form, and that is really
Yes.
get rid of all the extra signs and stuff that's been attached to it over the decades, have the brickwork redone.
You
and-
can't have the dragon on it?
We can.
No,
Hold on.
no,
So,
no.
so you
Okay.
go from the dragon to the coffee shop.
Well, no.
Hold on. Could you only go over there to the coffee shop when you're really dragging and needing
Drag.
Oh, jeez.
Drag RCs,
The
drag,
thought was that building was
I don't know. Anyway.
restore it and turn it into rentable shops. Mostly I
So-
just want it for the parking lot,
What
but
if
we
you're putting
can't
a
demolish the
dragon, you have to
building.
have Chinese food.
I
So,
know.
Yeah, you turn that back into rentable shops like they've done with some of the areas downtown. Then we'd be a jerk and undercut all the other business owners downtown in their rent. Because we'd have the money, we could do it, and it wouldn't matter. Because we would get
With
business.
power comes
I
responsibility,
know,
Clint.
I
Listen
know,
to you.
but really, if you think
Oh
about
my
it,
God.
do you know what they're paying per square foot down there?
No.
$300
A square
a
foot.
square foot.
Oh my god.
So we
That's
could
why
rent,
places are sitting
Wait,
empty.
we could rent one third of
We'll
one
get a
square
few-
foot.
We'll get a few feet. Okay.
A few feet.
So,
We can rent- we
10
can
by
rent-
10.
turn that
Yeah.
three-story building into rentable offices
Okay.
up top, shops down below. You make it affordable, shops will move in if it's affordable. So that building's gonna generate revenue from the rent. We've got both parking lots, now we convert the one part of the parking lot into another RC track or something. We could have a food truck event.
We could have Minnie Warmont and
I
Taylor
say
come down
we
and help
we
us
just advertise
get
and
it
let,
designed.
for a small fee, food trucks have reserved Monday, reserved Tuesday, reserved.
Yeah, something.
They can come in and, you know,
Come in and set up, then we'd have to do things like provide power outlets in the parking lot, which wouldn't be a big deal.
but you do it
This is
without
gonna
costing
happen.
you anything
But-
because you set
We have
solar
it
panels on
recorded.
the roof.
Right,
It's
I've
gonna
been
That's
talking
supply
about this
power
for
to
a
the-
long time.
so here's the other thought with that.
include me.
When we're not doing food truck
I
stuff,
will, I will
downtown camp spots.
help you.
We need, well, I
Who would do
originally
that?
was looking at.
They
the
do it
offices
in
above
Wisconsin
the
Dells all the time, the hotels
250
have
a month.
parking lot
We'll
camp
figure it out.
spots.
It was $250 a month.
It's
to
big
get
enough we
our
can
own
move
place.
We'll figure it
Even
out.
fifth wheel
But
trailers in and out of there, as long as they stay in a certain
Somewhere
area.
to start.
I
I
mean,
mean, we
that's
would
a
only
nice
have
place,
maybe 6 or 8 spots. But during the summer, when someone needs to drop a camper real quick and all the campsites are taken, and they wanna pay 20 or 25 a night to back in and hook up.
And then we're banging that because we're not spending money on electricity because we got solar panels
Right.
and wind turbine
Right.
on the roof.
But that means.
Wind
that-
turbine.
Well,
That just means-
they have wind turbine now. They call them the Tula.
Yeah.
And they're not the big 3-blade fans like what you're used to. They're vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And their
they-
fans
they-
are turned
they-
sideways.
they turn-
And even
I
on
know.
a low speed, even on like a low wind, like a slow wind,
I've seen
they're
it.
still
Yeah.
making power. They're called
And-
a
And you put those along the railroad track? Cause it's a wind channel through there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural wind channel, even when the
Right.
train's there.
think
Yeah.
we would just have to stay
No, it's,
30 feet
it's
from
already
the
defined
track.
for us, because they have that walkway, they have that walking path in there, that's
So
already
as
done.
long as we stay on
As
this
long
side
as
of the
we
walking
stay at
path,
the edge of our parking lot where the wall
So-
already is,
and when trains go by, they're gonna push more air.
yes,
We-
exactly.
Okay,
We
Plus-
graduated from games and coffee to dragons and Chinese food and
I haven't been
turbines.
talking
Yeah,
about
but-
Chinese food at
Well,
all.
but
You're the one
I have.
talking about
I
Chinese.
did,
food.
my-
did.
He talked
You
about
made
it.
us-
Anyway,
Dee mentioned
You made
it.
us hungry.
we were trying to
because
make
of
I
this
did.
work
the restaurant.
realistically, yeah.
Well, realistically, we
Between
I
the
could.
grew
solar
up in that
On
restaurant.
top of the facility, on top of the roof of the building.
Because
and
that
that-
would become free. Because the government and Alliant Energy will not have they have programs where, in grants where they want
Yeah.
you to put them up.
Yeah,
So really, we could get those done for free, so then we're not paying electricity,
yeah.
just a little electricity, whatever we can't provide ourselves.
I don't think we should have a 5G tower above us, though.
I don't.
I kind
Yeah,
of don't.
well, there,
want
it's
that.
already there, we don't have to worry about it. So if we do that and we feed electricity to the rental building, and you work it in so electricity is part of their rent,
You get up rent, but they're-
but they don't pay an electric bill. Stays the same every year. So we would have to maintain the solar, we may charge for lack of a better term, an
Wow.
association fee or something a maintenance fee for the building, which is factored into the
which in
rent.
the solar, all that would be is someone
All right,
can
man,
go up there
Marmite,
and
have
winter
fun,
and,
man.
and grab the squeegee and
Get some
squeegee all the
food. We'll
solar
be
out.
back on
Or
later
just
too.
make sure we don't have damage from wind blowing out wires or popping a circuit or something. We
Right,
could put solar on both buildings, we could even do both buildings with a green roof if we really wanted to.
well, that'd be cool, have it,
A
have
green
a,
roof,
Green, what is
the
that?
library has it.
you don't know what a green roof
It's
is?
plants and everything
Plants.
else.
Yeah, plants
The
and
library
foliage
has
on
it
the roof,
downtown.
yeah,
It's a green room.
Oh, that would be sweet.
and the city'd be all about that.
Well,
There'd
the
be no-
city would be willing
And
to put a
people would
grant up
come
for
up
that.
And
there
it would-
just to, the people
We
would wanna
could,
come up
with the coffee
there.
shop aspect, because there's an elevator in that building, we could put a garden, just a seating garden up top.
That would be beautiful.
That
Or
would
reading
work.
or outside gameplay.
Yeah, we just have to put a little fence around it so people don't jump off the building.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah,
The
easy
fence,
enough
the
to do,
fence,
it's not
You,
the
you mean,
fence.
you mean if you jump off, it's not like Destiny where you have this little ghost character that brings you back to the
No.
top and then
No.
you
It doesn't
fall?
work
needs
that
one of
way.
us screeching
It doesn't
parking
work that
lot.
way.
My thought with the rental campsites during the
Wish we
summer
could
or
get a
whatever,
better view.
when we're not doing food truck, is then the parking lot is generating revenue as well.
Right.
And all we need is somebody to just manage. it.
Really, you could do that all year round with
You
the
could.
parking.
You could.
Because really, you gotta clear the parking lot anyways.
At
So,
that point, if we're gonna look at it all year round, we just put a carport cover over the camping area.
no, because during wind and whatnot, that brings its own insurance.
No, you put up
not loving it.
the steel, the old steel reinforced angle pieces with just the metal roof across it, and then we put solar panels on top of that. You're only talking a roof that's maybe 10 or 15 feet long. It's enough that it keeps the snow and everything from the campsites.
So you're actually
rain.
saying that they would camp there?
They would drop their camper there. There'd be enough room for a
Like,
camper,
Drop it or
They
live
would
in it for?
drop
like-
it. Well, some of them
Just
might
to
live
live.
in it.
Okay, so they could stay in it.
It would also keep some of the homeless population out of that area because they couldn't access it.
Okay.
True.
Because that's what you're getting a lot
The
of.
city would be all about
You're
that.
getting a lot of transient activity around there because they're abandoned buildings. So the building that was a dragon, like their back area where the cooler and stuff is, there's a lot of homeless people that live by the garage door and stuff. So that would be all removed. That, in
Oh,
fact, that
yeah.
would be gone. So we'd have a wall and a fencing blocking that off.
Okay, do you three have construction skills?
Yeah, I have quite a bit.
Enough,
Well,
enough,
say they
to
have
do
more
some of
interior.
the-
I got the outside stuff.
It's
okay,
I got a lot
it's
of dirt work.
a
like
matter
that I
of,
do.
we would have to do, I mean, this would be a serious financial investment. So I said
Serious.
100 million.
That's, we
I don't know if
can't.
we need 100
I don't
million.
know
You would,
about
because
that.
we need
Maybe
to
about
redo,
50.
we have to redo the parking
Maybe
lot.
start small.
We would have to start small.
We
We
would
would
have to,
start with the
get-
coffee shop.
Get a space, I'm not saying
But-
that building, but something like
and rent
that,
some
and
things
then,
out.
No, I don't wanna go that
I'm-
route.
I'm not
we would-
saying
Well,
that
he's
building.
saying something that.
I know we're talking
something.
about that. The idea was to just have the money and, so the idea was win the
You wanna
lottery
do
at
it
this
right,
point.
is what
And
you're
just
Well,
do
yeah,
that.
but we don't
but,
feasibly.
But the idea is buy the other building, do its upgrades it needs, it's whatever the city needs to make it fit its historical marker.
Yeah,
It can still sit empty for a little while we get the other one going, but we have the property.
okay, here's an idea, sometimes you rent it to people who can do some
You
upgrades.
can, that's
Which
true.
can kind of help
but-
you get it going.
It's,
Yeah, but then it cuts down on your revenue you're bringing in too.
It does.
I know, but it depends on how,
Yeah,
how
no,
fast you want this to
I
go.
get what you're saying there. The problem is, if we bought the building, it would have to be done right away to bring it up to historic
Code.
standards.
Right.
That would be the requirement, so we'd have to have a crew that does that.
Mm-hmm.
From there, if we wanted to slap solar panels on the roof or whatever and let it at least be a tall tower to generate energy, that's fine. We
Because
can do
whatever
that.
we don't use, we can sell
Sell
back.
it back,
Yeah,
make a little bit money there.
plus you get
Who's gonna
storms.
crunch the numbers?
I don't know, somebody who knows how to crunch the numbers right.
So not me, I'm suggesting not you then, so that
Well-
leaves one of you two.
Crunch numbers,
I'm
crunching
not-
numbers. I
I'm
used
not
to
a
do.
number cruncher.
Thinking we
I
hire
used to
someone.
do.
Well,
We
when
just
it
get
comes to
an
taxes and numbers like
What
that, it'd
I
probably
would
be
say-
better to have a professional, an
What-
actual CPA.
Actually, what I had thought about we do is say, hey, Rich, how would you like a consultant fee? Because Rich used to be a CPA.
Yeah, but that would be-
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's, we're his competitor then.
We're not his competitor, we're not selling
Okay.
gaming stuff,
True,
we're a coffee shop.
okay.
But what we could do
We could bring him in
is
on
allow
it,
him
though.
to have a space in
Yes,
there
we could
Yes.
where he could come and he
We
could
could
sell there too,
easily
giving him a second
allow
location.
him, yeah,
Yes.
without having to maintain a second location.
Right.
Basically, he provides inventory.
He provides inventory, he can sell it, and then we just get a cut of the deal.
Yeah, we just take a small percentage, or we work out some deal where
So that he takes
we'll
care of
host
our,
the bigger tournaments he can't host,
Yeah.
or stuff like that.
cause we don't wanna be his competitor, we wanna
No,
work with
and
him.
I
there's
don't-
2 game shops here in town, and I'd rather not be their competitor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
we
you
wouldn't-
wouldn't be, because the main focus is just come in and game. We got some terrain you can use or
Yeah,
whatever. And sell
Work
coffee and
together.
snacks or drinks.
And if we're providing a
But-
bigger space, well, he could, oh my god, they could host some big games at that point.
we could,
It would
we
be-
could easily,
Mhm.
and we could easily cover up the terrain tables with flat, just board, like they do with pool tables, that they just put a cover over it, and there's more tables to do tournament.
Right.
And so the point of this
Plus-
is that we are going to have things going on at different times so
Yeah.
that we utilize the building effectively
Right.
on the weekends, in the
During the week.
evenings, during the daytime, when people are
And
working
we-
downtown.
Yeah.
And so that it will,
And we have,
We'd have to
Yes.
have doors locked though at night, like certain doors,
well,
there'd have to
we
be a
would
controlled
only
access at
have,
night.
yeah, it would be
Right.
parking lot access only.
Yeah.
Parking lot door access only, which is monitored. The idea was
by the
with,
way, my brother, security.
that would be
secure-
something we'd have to.
Okay, memberships get you
Alarm,
24/7 access,
CCTV, I can cover
Tactile.
that.
where you have to punch in your number
Yeah.
to get access.
That's thought,
Well,
that is a thought,
you
but
know, I mean, it depends on what the business hours are gonna be too.
I used
Because
to
if you're
go to
not-
Donut Land all the time and game all night. We used to play Jihad and a few other card games
Mm-hmm.
all night at Donut Land.
Yeah, but aren't they, there's somebody there.
There's
though.
somebody there, we'd have
Right.
to have somebody there, we'd have to have
Exactly.
something. Or we'd have to have some way to have somebody there or somebody close
Mhm.
by.
Right,
But that somebody doesn't have to be one of us employees.
Right,
We could contract with a
Owners.
security company
just to be there.
to
Well,
have a
there's-
security person there.
but there's also CCTV that,
Yeah,
I
well,
mean, I can
no, I
find
want,
a way to get CCTV.
I would want a live person there at all times.
Right,
But
well, there's retired people.
There is,
and
yes.
retired police officers.
Yes,
and
there
You
retired.
know
is-
what, you
there's
wanna get a
options.
benefit, hire retired military personnel.
yeah,
Or not even
I-
retired, just
Just-
military personnel want it out, hire them.
yeah.
Mhm.
Unless if they just wanna
And if
volunteer.
people like
No one
to
messes with the
game,
gamers with coffee shop because they're
Heavily armed.
they're security forces mercenaries. Yeah. We get authentic with our games.
Yeah, no
But
shit.
if you
Big sign on
hire-
the front door, we don't call the police.
but
We
if
have
you-
mercenaries.
But if
We
you
just call
hire
the coroner.
gamers, if you hire gamers, they're gonna wanna be
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, but they're gonna want to
you have to-
game
you
more
have
than
to
they're
income
gonna
for
want
you.
to.
But they'll
I
be
want-
there.
I
They'll be
want,
there.
that's true, and I see your point. I want somebody who's not gaming, who's actually paying
Paying
attention.
attention.
Yeah, and it
And
depends,
if
you
we're
guys.
gonna have 24/7,
Hello,
I
hello,
do
hello.
want,
There's quite a few of you joined, so we're talking about
well,
a store that we're opening up.
Dreams.
So,
we're talking about dreaming up a coffee shop, but
well, the
That
coffee shop
probably-
would be,
But we're
may or
gonna
may
make
not
it
happen that
happen.
big.
yeah.
You
So
know, we
you-
might have to start small, and it might be our children.
Mhm.
yeah,
Bring it back.
I don't see our kids doing it.
Oh, no.
No. The
No,
idea with the
we're
RC
gonna-
track
Evie would be about the only one.
Yeah.
We have. I mean, this gives you the possibility to do whatever with our own
Right.
brand name, with
Yeah,
people coming in and gaming and so on. And
Hold it to it,
there's
people.
18 of you there
Nice.
now. Nice.
20.
hold
But-
it.
So
Yeah.
that's nice.
So we
I
were
mean, we can-
talking about
Yeah.
taking our gamers with coffee and going to a physical location.
Physical, yeah.
But then
Yep.
we could build
The
an
gaming
actual
and-
studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do
have an
that
actual
easily.
we could build a
Green
podcast studio that you
screen.
could rent.
Yeah, we could do
Yeah.
that. Cut into somebody else's media dreams. Greg.
What?
Okay.
Cut
Media
into-
dreams.
Cut into somebody else's media dreams.
Media dreams.
Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We have our new brand.
Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah, anyway,
But
Sorry.
I mean, the
Dig on
thing
the
is
Cut me
you
in
you would
there.
get
it's to
people
dig
would
on
come
there.
in
Yeah,
and they would game. They're gonna game, and then they could have their
You know-
coffee, and we could have some fun
people,
and just take this to the next level.
people come in, get a cup of coffee, and just watch other people play video games. Just sit on the couch and watch
It'd
people
be like,
play
you wouldn't
video
have to
games.
sit there on YouTube, you just get your
Yeah,
thing and you
but
sit on the
just-
couch
yeah,
and it's
but-
on the TV already.
If
Yeah.
you had your own, if you had your own,
Famous.
if you had your own,
I mean, really.
you know, like your train set up and your table set
Yeah.
up, and you got places for people
Well-
to game, places for people to do the card games.
Yeah, really.
And just people
I
like
could
to hang
see-
out. Yeah.
I mean, I could see people coming in, hitting up the coffee bar, grabbing a couple cups of coffee, sit down at one of the tables, throw down a couple games of Magic.
Right.
Yep.
And even the
Yeah.
RC side, we could I bet we could
Yeah.
talk to Aaron and want them
Yeah.
to crash and back to come down and
Hello,
they
you
could
guys.
They could
Glad you
either
stopped
host the races or they could put their input
Yeah.
on what we need to do.
Yeah.
Or heck, they could even set up a second shop.
Well, but that's the thing is
Yeah,
you
Kind of
have,
like Richard doing, where they could sell some
Well,
parts.
and if we're looking
We're
at
speaking for Rich already.
if we're looking at
No.
renting out,
we
Well, I'm just saying,
can't,
kind of
we
like only
can't,
just,
yeah,
we can't speak for Rich.
we don't speak for
but,
anybody.
we-
Exactly.
it's a thought, and I mean we're just spitballing and
I was
everything
just-
anyway. So
Rein in the like,
Yeah.
right,
the
yeah.
like blank is doing.
Yeah, there's
Until
the
he
rest of
knows
the
what
group.
people are doing.
Yeah, there's the rest of us. Hi.
Yeah, hello. In the
Yeah.
corner, there's D.
Sorry, and the people on the podcast still can't see what we're doing, but that's okay.
There's Clint.
But yeah,
Well, people on the podcast are
There's
probably.
Keegan. Shake it, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Keegan will do
So-
it. And that
I mean,
was
yeah.
free, really.
You do the
Yeah.
shake?
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Do the whole shake.
Yeah, the whole thing with
Do
the
the whole
RC
thing.
track is just getting people who could come out and just run cars for a little bit, crawl or whatever.
Yeah.
You could rent
I
it,
mean-
so you could rent it out if people wanna come to the track. $5 for half a day, $10 for
Yeah.
a whole day, something like that. And you can come out, you can test your cars, set them up for the next race.
We actually could dedicate enough of the parking lot.
Yeah. Enough of the parking
If we
lot.
could set up enough of the parking lot to do a covered, just say a crawler course, and then not an oval, because ovals, everybody's freaking oval.
Everybody does, but,
Well, why do that?
an
Yeah, do
Indy
something
Indy
different.
style racetrack.
Yeah,
Do
and
something
yes,
different.
it needs to racetrack. Now, at that point, that's already got a support framework. So we expand the one bit of framework in the parking lot, and we maybe lose 5 or 6 parking spots, doesn't matter. We put a framework up
Yep.
and roof it. Okay, so now you got a carport, is essentially.
So now you got
But-
a covered
You
racetrack.
got a
But you
covered
have-
track.
But you have gaming, and then you have RC. So you
right,
got two
you got the
hobbies,
gaming RC, yep.
and you can do them both on the
And-
same building.
If it gets
Yep.
to where
Well, coffee's a
enough
hobby
people
too,
wanna use
so
it,
free.
then we start looking at
Coffee.
closing.
Coffee.
D's right.
Right.
Coffee's
D's
a
right.
hobby.
Coffee
Coffee
is.
is a hobby, yes.
So
Coffee is a hobby.
Three hobbies so
So,
far.
you know, even if food-wise, if we do, you know,
Dining.
just, no, I don't wanna do dining. Even if we just did a Vendy snack thing.
Oh, we need a poll. We need a poll for Keegan here, because he
Poll.
likes to dance, yeah.
We don't,
Ugh.
I don't.
I
think we're going a little too far there.
Yeah, I was like, eh,
Gamers
all
are-
right.
gamers are coffee.
That's the other
Thursday
theater.
night.
No.
That's the
Yeah,
other
we're
theater.
going a little
That's
out
the other
there.
theater, yeah.
but no
That's the
bold,
other
but-
theater on the other side of
Other
town.
theater.
So, I mean, to do this in a realistic manner, one, we need the capital, two, we'd have to really see what the buildings have to have done first.
Yeah, it
Because
would
we've
be,
gotta meet the code with it.
but this would be an exceptionally cool thing to do,
I
man,
wonder
for
It
people.
would be a small business starting out.
Good.
I know where.
Yeah,
I almost wonder if we couldn't get enough grants to start it.
Mhm.
I
Grant
wonder,
writing.
God, right downtown,
yeah.
we would have, I mean, we got coffee traffic from everybody downtown. If we've got people running the RC course, that they
Yep.
can just stand there on the sidewalk and watch without blocking, I mean, that's a
Get
wide
Clint over
sidewalk.
there.
Well, even with the fence, we could rent out fence spots.
Clint's waving.
We could, yeah.
To where
You
you
could-
can advertise your company for, like, you know, kind of like the back of a
yeah.
racetrack.
Which, by the way,
Yeah,
you
like
guys,
coffee
we're at our
downstairs with the
favorite
signs
coffee
and
shop
Yeah.
with
So
a
on the-
table.
on
We
the
normally
fence, you can
game.
advertise
The-
your
the
business
one with the
down
Yeah,
there.
you
small
could.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great, I mean, there were so many little, dumb little things we could do to generate revenue for this.
Dumb little things.
Well, you think about it, it's,
It's a little thing that
It's a
adds up
little
to
thing.
big things.
Little thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
still,
it's
it's,
little things. I mean, make a difference, man. Because
Exactly.
hey,
yeah. I mean, if Crash and Bash wanted to, and if we got the other building set up for small shop rentals and Crash and Bash wanted an annex or an extension, we
yep.
could easily
Yeah.
rent it to them at a reasonable price.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying,
then
like,
you- you've got,
we could get little spots for, you know, businesses in town where they can have an annex or extension of
Yeah.
other businesses downtown. But
Yeah,
we
but-
gotta pay for a cashier.
Well, no, I mean, because if
no,
we're there,
so we rent them the spot, they provide their own
Vending
people.
machine, vending
Well,
machines.
I thought vending machines for the food. At
Yeah,
the-
but
at
you could
this
do
point.
vending machines for.
RCs for vending.
Well,
vending-
no,
vending
no.
RCs.
You could put
because you'd
parts
have
in
the
there
gamers,
You
you'd
could.
have the,
on a
Um,
vending machine,
but you'd have
you
the
could,
gamers.
because it just
God,
slides
the
forward and
Chinese
drops.
and Japanese do it all the time for everything.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you could get a vending machine that served
We
Chinese
could.
food, that'd be cool.
No, I meant just.
Yeah,
I know,
Well,
but
they
that
just-
good.
so
But
they,
wouldn't that
they
be
have
cool?
a vending
Yeah.
machine that makes pizza, and they have a vending machine
Yeah.
that makes ice cream
Well,
and
but
yogurt.
what you're saying
So
is
why couldn't
that-
there be a vending machine that
you-
makes Chinese food?
But you could, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you could establish a place
I-
where they could come in and get drinks, coffee, energy drinks, whatever.
Well, heck
So
with that,
that-
China Inn's not that far. You can have it where you order there and someone from China Inn delivers it.
Well, there's
Yeah, but-
3 or 4 food places right by this, so there's really no reason. I mean, there's a Jimmy John's a block and a half away.
Yeah, so you got
there's
food.
no-
I'd much rather have the little
You got
small, the
food.
little small
Well,
mom and pop shops
that-
go in there than Jimmy John's.
Well, I know. No, I'm not talking about going there. I'm just saying for right now, we wouldn't need to do food stuff because there's already food places down there. If anything, we'd be driving probably more in. If we're renting less than everyone else is renting
So
stuff.
tell people
for-
they can bring in their food.
Well, think about it. People
They
could
can bring
people
their own
could
food.
order. They could sit there and order their food from anywhere right now with
Yeah.
the apps on the phones.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you could.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Just
some.
put the address up, and then eventually drivers may know right where that is by looking
Yeah.
at it, like, oh yeah, that's there. So
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much we could do with it, and it's just a place that's sitting.
it's the
We're right
freaking
across the
capital.
street from the park. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
It's the freaking capital. That's the problem.
it's,
Well, but
You know?
yeah, the capital. But we could still start realistically with a small place to
right,
rent
we start with the coffee
And-
shop and the gaming stuff.
and go up from
And go
there.
from there.
What's
I
Warren
had
Buffett up
one-
to? What is Warren Buffett up to?
I
Well,
did-
we're
I
not
had-
friends with
We're not
Warren
friends.
Buffett.
I think we need to. I think we need to become
No,
friends with
I don't
Warren
think we
Buffett.
need to.
No,
I had an
Warren
idea.
What's your idea there,
I
D?
had an idea.
D has an idea.
He's got an idea.
We're focusing on D.
I know that there are a lot of.
Sorry.
Hi.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I know.
Just
no,
had to have fun.
No, I'm,
So go ahead.
I'm talking.
What's your? Oh, ooh, command presence. All right. So what's your idea, D?
Okay, so my idea is, okay, yes, some people have to work from home. Some people would, I don't know. Are there,
Spit it out.
okay, so what if you had like little isolated cubes for people to work from home, except that they're not at home?
So you
Because
mean
maybe they can't
It's in their
work
life.
in
They're
their
not
we
working
own.
from home.
we
What if
want
they're
them
not
to
in
work
their
at
own-
No,
That's
Oh.
what she's saying.
What if they're not in their own home, but what
So
if we
you're-
could have like
Yep.
Ethernet cables
So-
coming
You're talking
in?
about,
They
but
could bring a laptop
but I only have one
and
thing.
they could have like a little
Like maybe
isolated
4 people
place.
conference rooms.
So
Yeah.
like some people don't have their own internet.
Well, what if?
or something,
But noise-wise,
but
they would
like
have to have it quiet.
Like a little
But we would have a building with 2
isolated.
floors that we don't know what we would do with.
Yeah, you could do that with the
You
other
could
floor.
rent out
Or could rent out some
rooms.
spots.
That's actually a smart idea.
Because, right,
Because then you
And
could work
so-
from home, but not work from home, and then game too.
right.
Yeah,
Wait a
or
minute.
at least go across
Or-
the parking lot and get coffee.
Game
I never
on-
said that.
Game
I
on
never
lunch.
said Gamers lunch.
I don't
Game
know.
on lunch. Yeah, no, that.
Look into that and see if there's a market for that.
Gamers with jobs.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Gamers with
I
jobs.
bet you, since a lot of companies are reimbursing their employees to a degree for internet use or whatever,
Right.
that maybe part of the rent that they would pay for an office space, albeit mini,
So what do you
Now,
guys,
granted,
what do you
there has to
guys
be
think
community
about what we're
bathrooms,
talking about?
Which is not a big deal.
There's
Right.
110 of
We
you
would
out
have to
there.
have
So
Well,
what do
a
you
lot
guys
of
think?
sanitizer.
Yeah,
and
really,
stuff,
I
but other
would
than
say
that-
at this point, obviously people are interested in seeing what we're doing, or what
Yeah,
we're
I
talking
mean,
about. Let's take,
it's a
I'm
cool
open
concept.
to feedback.
And
Yeah,
I did see
feedback,
a really
you guys.
cool
Give us some
toilet.
feedback.
I saw a really
because-
cool toilet that it
What?
it.
How do we go to a toilet?
We're talking about the community
Sam-
bathroom.
Now-
Oh, get
Now-
in the
Sorry,
bathroom.
no, listen.
Now
while
we're
I
on
was
toilets,
traveling-
but-
No, it had.
I don't want to go potty with somebody else. I don't want to say I'm one of the two-sided toilets
You're
where
not-
I'm taking a
No,
poo
listen.
and someone else taking a poo and we're right here. No, I don't want to do that.
Okay, Keegan, we're not.
I know.
but-
It's,
anyway.
I'm not talking about two-seater. I'm talking about.
a
No,
two-
you know about Tuesday, from the four-seater
two-
toilet ready to go.
Hey, it's a
Okay.
family experience. It's a two-seater.
All
Okay.
right,
here, I'm-
She's,
I'm-
she's gonna explain her two-seater
I'm
toilet.
gonna use my hands to explain. Okay, the seat had this plastic wrap on it. And every time.
For freshness.
Oh,
Every time
goes
it
through and
flushed,
and
it goes around and
You
around.
mean like one of those?
I've seen those.
It
I've
gives
seen those.
a
It's kind
fresh
of like the
seat.
towel
I
thing.
think that's,
Exactly.
well,
I
I
don't know,
get
it's a
it. I think
thought.
we're just, yeah.
So we've gone from games, setting up a game shop with our coffee, because we get a coffee brand, right?
Just
Yeah.
To plastic
Okay.
seat-covered toilets
Yeah,
that
well,
seat
that-
two people.
And
Baristas have
and,
mandatory
and,
uniforms where they have to cosplay each day.
Oh, cosplay
Ooh, that's not, and
Oh.
I bet you a lot of them would be down for that too, because
Damn.
we're right by a college.
That would
so-
work.
Oh my god.
And they gotta cosplay
Oh, see,
each
that-
day.
But that would be,
the college.
that would feed the anime stuff.
Yeah,
Well, that wouldn't just be the enemy stuff. They could cosplay
The video
board
game.
fit. Oh my god,
Oh
you guys someone coming in
my
dressed
gosh.
up as
This
a
would
space
work.
marine,
It's
a
because of
barista.
the college.
So one day you could have like an ultramarine there, or you could
Yeah.
have somebody come in and do free cosplay, or like they're bringing
And
their
there's
own
like
there.
costume place.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh, yeah.
costume place, they're
Costume place
not,
will give them good business.
that's true. So
Hey,
that's,
Clint,
And the hair,
then we
the
can
hand dryers that go.
Then we can pretend that we're not working and just pretend. What do you say?
we'd be game.
Dude, you don't work anywhere.
That's how you
Or work.
game
I
for
work
a
with it.
That,
living.
that would be,
customer
yeah,
care.
that's
Yeah.
be a game for a living, pretty
There we
much.
go.
You see?
So-
I told you.
Yeah.
I like
You
that
never
idea.
listened to me.
Yes, we
Hold
do.
them.
We,
I mean,
I like that
Imagine
idea.
someone coming in, oh, a
We-
coffee
we do
shop,
listen
walking
to
in, all of a
games.
sudden they see
Hold
this
them to
space
it.
marine,
Yeah.
so they'd be like,
yeah.
Well, and it's, yeah,
That's
it
your
is. I mean,
It
language.
would
we're
be
gonna-
awesome.
The downtown traffic is your general business people anyway, but I mean, we'd have people from outside of downtown coming
The
in.
college
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be, yeah, the college
College
very much would.
would be
It's
huge.
almost walking distance.
It would be.
Or the very least, bike, we'd have to have little stands for the little electric bikes and
Bicycles.
stuff and. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
it's
probably
okay.
say we
well,
put
the
a
city,
bike rack
the
out.
city already
Little
provides
scooters.
them.
I know.
So we just
And
have,
there's
yeah, like
one-
I said, we
there's
just have to have a
couple that I
stand. The
might
city
be
already
willing to
provides
have
the
to do.
scooters and.
We'd have a one of those stupid things sitting on the sidewalk in front of the.
Oh god.
But they did put in its own lane. There's its own lane is there. So you've got bike and foot traffic and the scooter traffic already there. You won't have a lot of on-street parking, but we've got the giant parking lot.
And we're next to the train tracks, so the people
Yep.
hopping the
hobos?
the hobos.
Yeah.
The, yeah.
Plus, if people
We'll have those.
wanted, they could just go across the street to the park.
Yeah. That'd be a
Yes,
good
the
idea.
We
park.
could then do an RC event in the park if we wanted to.
Yeah, no shit.
So you
Uh-huh.
could combine the RC hobby
Right.
with the gaming hobby because
And we'll-
everybody in
And what are
those
we
two
really
obviously gonna get
selling?
along.
Coffee.
Coffee.
And we're not even doing that,
Coffee.
the machines are selling coffee for us,
Yeah.
except for the
Yeah.
baristas. And we still only have those certain times a day.
Yeah, but they have to do the cosplay.
That's fine, they
Okay,
can
so-
cosplay.
You
So
have
get
to
a
have
vending
baristas
machine,
for that.
get a vending machine that serves food like burritos and stuff, and
Right.
have the microwave next to it.
I thought about that too. That's possible also.
Yeah. You can do that.
I mean, we could do it. I just don't want to have a lot of
I
food.
think vending machines, yes, they cost electricity, but we're already
We're
providing
already
electricity
providing
from the roof.
electricity between.
I think vending machines are almost our answer to a lot of the food and drink problems.
Right,
Yeah,
but the coffee bar,
but quality vendos.
so we're gonna have to someone to restock
Well,
the
we'll
coffee
just
bar.
stock our own vending machine, which means one
Yeah,
of
we
us would
just-
have to go in and just stock it every day.
Well,
Which means
we'd
just
have
stock
somebody
it down
doing
the
that
trash.
anyway.
And then we just buy our stuff from Sam.
We'd have to have a small staff anyway to do that, and they would handle, yeah, restocking the machines, refilling the coffee, machines.
Well, that,
You know,
but
and
that's
then,
the easy part there.
you know-
Once you get the gamers in and people start hanging out, I think it'd be a really good thing
You know.
because You know what I mean? Plenty of place to play.
Yeah,
Plenty
I
of
mean, it
place
would be
to.
dead slow in the beginning until people figured it out.
Right, so
Once
then we
word
just,
spread.
we didn't run it ourselves.
Yeah,
At the
or
beginning.
us and a
We
few
have an
other
event.
people.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
We
we
could have an event.
we
So
might have an inside to media advertising.
that's true. We might.
Ah.
Yeah,
wonder what that
where
would
we
be.
were. I bet
Wonder
you.
how that
Wouldn't
would
be no
work out.
newspaper, would it?
No.
No.
We won't talk about where we were.
Even if we just started with the coffee bar in the front, the seating area for gaming, and then the video game. We gotta have the video game stuff, I think. Having the tables in back with the PCs and the Xbox and whatever in the back for people to play.
They
And the
could rent the
ability,
Xbox.
and the ability, well, everyone comes in and pays to play anyway. That's not uncommon, or pays to use internet. I mean, I don't wanna set it up as an internet cafe.
Yeah, no,
You
but
know,
it's
I
just
don't-
an extra.
You
at
know,
that
when we
point.
would have internet that people could use, there'd be Wi-Fi, so they could bring their laptops. But
Yeah, but that would be
the fact
provided
that-
free to the customer, and in that way.
Well, and they'd have good internet, because business internet is
yeah,
better than
oh,
residential.
no, we're downtown.
Right,
So we'll
but
just
better
sit
than
right on
residential.
IMON's internet service. IMON keeps
However-
internet all downtown.
That's what I.
Yeah,
For the people that have to work from home, people like me have to have Ethernet
yeah.
cables.
So, okay,
Yeah.
so
But
the
for
work,
that.
the work from home, my thought was, we've got the other building
Mhm.
that we have to upgrade just to get the parking lot. It's a 3-story building. The upper 2 stories are empty, so we do move them into little offices. You rent out an office number with community bathroom, and it's got an elevator.
Yep.
So that's where you cover all your work from home. That will have the dedicated internet, Ethernet connection. Actually, what we could do at that point is have a T1 hub installed.
It doesn't really matter, so
Yeah.
long as you got
And then we just
gamers,
feed
you got
internet to everything
tabletop
there.
gamers, you
And-
got cards, you got, or so you got all that stuff together.
And
in
my
one
brother
room.
can do any of, my brother's people can do any of the
Yeah.
interior
Yeah.
wiring for
So-
anything.
It would be, that would just be the matter of that.
So what do you guys
Then
think
we do storefront down below.
about that,
And
all of you
the
out
other.
there? Leave us a comment if you want, I mean, because,
Maybe
we're
Warren
trying
says
to-
still brainstorming, good.
yeah, we're still brainstorming many more, but so it's,
So is he gonna move to Iowa then to help us?
yeah, you're gonna come out here, right? And help us set up Gamers a Coffee Shop, because once we do that, we got the tabletop gaming covered, we got the, you know, the video gaming covered, and we got just whatever. And then there's extra space
And then-
which might be able to be usable for other things.
Yeah, I mean, I like Keegan's idea of having a couple podcasting areas or booths
Yeah.
or something we could use
Well,
in
we-
the back of the.
Mhm.
There's a whole big back area to that building.
For the green
Plus,
screen.
depending on what we actually get upstairs in that building,
Yeah,
what we own on that one, I don't know how. I mean, it's a super tall. It's a 3-story building, also. Maybe it's 4-story building.
oh, so right now, Mini Warmite, you're right, salary, we're not gonna discuss salary, because one, we love gaming, and if we're gonna do this, we're just gonna have to eat it for a little bit, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
We are.
And I mean,
It's assuming we
It's-
had
salaries, yeah, we'd have to
we'd
wait.
have enough money to live on at the means we're living now, or maybe
If we
just a
can live
little
on the
better.
coffee and the snacks, we're okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, the food trucks will help
The
offset
food
that.
trucks will
Yeah.
help us.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's
And-
But
what.
I mean, I
Yeah,
actually like the idea of the food truck because the parking lot's big enough to do a
I was
small.
gonna say, the food truck
Food
could come
truck
in, we
festival.
could build a small food truck
Uh-huh.
shelter where they're able to pull in and keep
Yeah.
weather off their food truck.
well, Mr. Mini Warmut says his time is too valuable. You wanna get paid? We'll pay you, sir. And
You get
just-
paid in Keegan dances!
Yeah, yeah, there you go. We'll send
Okay.
Keegan out to do some dancing and then try to pay you out of any, let's see how
The
much. you earn.
damages.
Yeah, damages. Get out and go dance and you probably get arrested, right? What are you
Yeah.
doing? Causing a distraction and,
I don't even want to talk about people's salaries because we are going to have at least a small staff, including a manager.
Sad part is, we'll have to probably start about
Some of
11,
us-
12 bucks an
the
hour.
good part
Minimum.
is we can start here and work up to what
Yeah,
you're
we
talking
can.
about. You don't have to go, I mean, if we win the lottery, I'll front it all,
Nope, you
Yeah.
know what?
but
We
Your-
have to
your daughter's
actually
almost
play
up to
it.
the right age, my daughter's almost to the right age.
Yeah.
They work
Mhm.
for the house they live in.
nah,
My
start
daughter
charging
owns the
our,
house she
start
lives in.
charging our children
So,
money.
yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that's not too bad of an idea to have our
See?
kids
Actually,
actually.
you can get away with paying them 12 grand a
Exactly.
year, that's free.
Yeah. Because they
Well,
could
that's a
easily
different
have.
thing. We're
Yeah,
talking
that's a-
gaming.
yeah.
We're
I mean,
Keegan will get us on a different subject.
we could easily pull some of the kids in to help work this.
Yeah, we could.
Easily. I mean,
I mean, that's what I did growing up. I helped my
So-
dad start his business.
Yeah, but there's a whole
Yeah.
tax advantage to it.
There's so much, and we.
Mhm.
We are, well, there's a lot to
Yeah.
discuss, you
Yeah.
guys. I mean,
I mean,
it's,
it's.
you know,
I mean, it's a. Yeah.
it's a,
I mean, it technically never went off topic because this is
Well,
something you and I discussed at the
we've
beginning
been
of the
discussing
year.
it for a
We've
while,
been
but
talking about that for a
but
long
we need
time.
to do something. I think we need to start, we're gonna have to start small money wise.
Yeah.
But you can always scale up, but as long as you got the coffee and the drinks, and you got a place for
the
people
gaming.
to game, and
Yeah.
you got a place for gamers to meet each other, it's gonna go, because it doesn't matter, rules, pandemic, any of this stuff, it bounces
Right.
around, but people want to interact with other people. At this point, that's almost a moot point, because people are either got whatever vaccines they got, or they've already had it, or, I
Yeah.
mean, this stuff is kind of petering out, like, so you're gonna have people who, they want to game with other people, they want to be around other people, and I think it'll work, man.
I bet we drive
Pretty
a
good.
lot of, there's a lot of groups in Iowa City. There's
Yeah.
a college down
And
there.
you-
I bet we
drive
drive
a lot
a lot of groups that would
From the
drive from Iowa
colleges.
City to
Yeah,
Cedar
well,
Rapids.
yeah, especially if we
Yes.
got somewhere.
Yes.
God, if we had an RPG nook, just to
Mhm.
use the couches for an RPG nook, except everyone would be distracted by the screens.
Screens.
Dude, they
We're
have
not
that.
gonna- we're
Get
not
an
gonna
RPG,
video-
get an RPG, get an RPG room.
Well,
we could.
but Clint's
Well,
thinking more
Mhm.
Scooby and Shaggy, kind of like flop hangout.
No,
Yeah,
what we
but we
need,
could.
what we
Circular
need
70s
is an
couches.
RPG, the square couch, you know, the ones that you see back in the 70s, 80s where it dropped into the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a sunken floor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dee's like, yeah,
But-
those are
But
bad
that's
ideas back
actually,
then.
yeah, an enclosed RPG room would be a good idea.
but on the other hand, I mean, you've got,
Or
Have
just an
a,
enclosed gaming
and
room.
then what you can do, you can have a couple of the Dungeon Master walls that you can have a couple select ones on a shelf that
Well,
they
if
can
you-
use for their walls.
if you just had an area, just an area to do your
To do it,
RPGs,
but
I think you're gonna be okay, because look, anytime we've been anywhere, Clint, at the other, some of
Yeah.
the other places, they have limited space, but the guys that are playing Magic at the table, they're not loud or rude, or
Yeah.
they're really cool and laid back. And then you've got people doing other stuff, and then you got the tabletop gamers, so there's no reason why you can't have an area for your RPG, because nobody's gonna be over talking to
True.
anybody, really.
And the noisy ones would be the video game players, but they're already in the back and
But they would be
And how we do that is
upstairs
we sound, because we soundproof the
It-
wall,
it's-
put sound
it's
dampers on
already-
the wall.
It's already its
a giant
own,
brick wall
yeah.
area. So basically the reason I'm saying all the TVs is because that's where the theater screen used to be. There's a total brick wall framed in that building that's just a giant hole where the movie screen was. So you just fill that with TV monitors. And then you sound dead and everything else, you put in a doorway and everything, and then just the little, basically like U-shaped
So
seating
basically, they'd
area.
have to have
'Cause-
headsets assigned
Right,
to
everyone's
their.
gonna be sitting at a computer with headsets or Xbox or whatever, and then somebody outside will have a
Clint,
remote control box.
Close up, sorry. What the-
Yeah.
Do your dance.
What's
No,
that?
I'm not doing my dance, no.
No, it's all right.
Oh, he only does private dances.
They could then easily use the remotes to switch the TVs to every gaming station, so you just mark which gaming station and then, they're not really gonna be able to hear much. Because you're gonna have the sound of the coffee shop, you're gonna have the sound of other people gaming anyway.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, like the gamer people.
Gamers will
They
be.
said it's where each Xbox comes with 4 controllers and 4 headsets.
4 headsets, that's true.
Mhm.
And they're assigned to that Xbox.
A lot of the Xbox ones, though, they bring their controller because it's their login,
No.
Well, that's
and
well,
that'll work.
right. So that's
You're-
fine.
you're
They can attach their Xbox controller to that one, but this way you can come in
Yeah.
and we could have a few select games. I bet we could get a big game company or even a couple game companies to come in
Just to
and
give us.
download like either trial version or something on each Xbox.
Yeah.
So you could come in and rent and just play whatever
We
games
just-
are on the Xbox already.
Yep.
Well, the thing is you'd have a place for people to gather, and a place for people
Yeah.
to game, and a place for people to hang out. We can get our own branded coffee. I looked into that as Gamers of Coffee. And what you doing?
Mini Warbucks comment.
You guys rock.
Oh yeah, thank you,
So-
Mini Warm Up, for
That's
saying
what I
we
do.
rock.
Thank
We
you.
try. We try.
I like that idea that they're just gonna.
Oh man.
I just spun my phone and hit the mic. Sorry.
So
Thanks a
the
lot.
podcast went down.
So we're doing a podcast too. We're recording.
I
it.
bet these podcast people are so confused.
No, they're not.
No,
they're
I
not.
tried to
They
keep
just
it-
need to tune into our little live stream, and
Yeah.
makes it easier. Is all.
Well,
We're not.
okay, is this a bad idea?
What?
IMAX?
No.
I don't know how we get it
Is that
to
a little
work,
too
because
much?
IMAX requires a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there's
Okay.
a whole lot of,
And
the whole
there's a
projection
reason they're in
setup to it.
giant freaking facilities. I like the idea, and gaming may come to that, or at some point, we may need an Oculus area.
Well,
Virtual.
Yeah, an Oculus area.
Is that what that is?
That's the
Okay.
Oculus.
yeah, that's the
An area where
virtual.
people can plug in an Oculus system and not.
No. A green screen room where it's all green, you can go in
Ooh.
and do like, some people do the beat things or whatever.
Right,
And you can do that and play it where you're watching, but then it puts you in the game.
yeah, the problem is we would run out of space real quick for stuff like that.
We're running out of space real quick just in our.
Just the
Imagine.
thought. Yeah, I mean, this is a
Yeah.
good sized building, still, I mean, it's big.
Can we have concerts?
No,
No,
we don't
this-
have room for
Just
that.
checking.
No,
Because we'd have no stage anymore, the stage would be gone.
Okay.
otherwise
Just be-
Keegan would utilize it, and we don't want to scare people off.
No.
I just wanted,
Well, honestly, we could have,
Just checking.
we could have a drop screen that drops in front of the
we could,
You could,
monitors.
and then
Yeah.
that would be with a projector unit, and that picks whatever. So if someone's doing a Fortnite tournament, let's say, we could go ahead and just, but in that case, instead of doing that, we just have all the monitors go to one feed. You have the switch box, so all the monitors become a giant screen,
Yeah.
yeah,
and then we
And
want,
that
or, yeah. And then we
that
watch
monitor
it, sorry.
system is only like $1,000.
Yeah, it's not real expensive. That would be great for people who wanna do a Fortnite or a Call of Duty tournament. And then you can easily break the screen into 4 separate screens for each player, and everyone can watch them play.
yeah, see, that's the thing, is you got the option, so long as we find a place where we can start this, because me and you've talked about this for probably
Yeah.
about a year or more, and get it to where we can expand, we can incorporate all sorts of gaming and all gamers, and that's the whole point of our group anyways, you guys,
Yeah.
our Gamers with Coffee group. I mean, we're on Facebook, so if you want to join the group, join it. That's what it's about. It's about any and all gaming. So
Yeah.
that's what we're about. Plus, we like coffee, but you don't have
Yeah.
to like coffee to join the group. It's just,
And we kinda
That's
know
us.
the RC side of it, that we're
Yeah, and
branching
now-
into, the RC Annex stuff.
yeah, so,
No.
yeah, we do have the RC Annex page also, so you guys can check that out if you'd like. But that's kind of what we've been kicking around,
Yeah,
man. I mean,
That's,
I think we would do good.
yeah.
My blood pumping just from all this excitement.
It's,
Yeah,
Me too.
what we really need to do it is the revenue. That's our biggest stopper right now, is the revenue.
well, we gotta find a way. We can find a way.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
we're
saying, Clint.
gonna
We could
find a way.
start small. We're gonna have to start small and
I
then
know,
upgrade.
that was the thought of just working out of the one building first.
Well, if you
but-
had the money ideally up front to do what you're talking about, yeah. But if
See,
it wasn't an option,
The,
but,
the problem with, if we don't get the other building, we lose half the parking lot.
Right.
So getting the other building and having to make it compliant is a bit of a financial setback, but in the long run,
there might be grants for
it's gonna
that
be,
too.
it's gonna
because
be a
in the
benefit
city.
to, oh yeah, the city would have grants for restoring historical buildings. It would be a benefit to us, and we'd probably have to hire a manager to manage that building, to be honest.
Well, but see, we can't exceed, I mean, we'd have to get an income going first.
Right, well,
Um,
that's somebody just manning rental,
Well,
business rentals.
you do not want to really make much income or make much profit in the first 5 years.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, not looking at finances,
Look,
big time,
so
but
long as we could
Put it
cover
back into
the
Yeah.
gaming tables and cover coffee and snacks, then we'll
If-
make it work.
if we've got the parking spaces to do what we wanna do with, we've got the building resources to add, even just if the one building only holds solar panels for a while,
Yeah,
we're working that into, first of all, it's innovative, the fact that we're renting out storefront, and in her case, in Dee's case of suggesting the work at home stations, offices for that, and we're working electricity into the rent.
yeah, then the gaming end of it should be okay.
If we put a T1 hub in,
It'd probably pay itself off
Eventually.
within 15 years.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
15
we,
to 20 years,
we
it'd probably pay
would,
itself off.
we'd probably have to have a generator backup too.
Yeah, we have to
One
have a backup
generator.
of some sort.
One generator could feed both buildings.
Mhm.
I'd rather.
Mm,
So
if you
I
guys-
would, well, it'd probably be better to have 2 smaller ones, 1 per building.
Well,
Because if
could-
one building can go out while the other building's still
Well,
going,
true.
so.
really, the generator's thought was just
Trying to
keep
get
the
a
lights
better
on and the
angle
doors
with-
unlocked.
everybody here, but
And, the HVAC system's running
Yeah.
If you guys like what we're talking about, man, leave us a thumbs up. That'd be
How
cool.
many
But we're-
stations?
And if you
put
want
in
to give
that
us
building?
suggestions or you
Why?
like the ideas we're coming up with,
Even
let us
with
know
the
too in the
bathrooms.
comments. Huh?
You'd still have probably
If we're gonna
24.
keep talking about
But
this,
you have to think about,
Well, if you want to get
Let's
something to
think
go
about how
snack,
much
go
should
ahead.
yeah, that's what I'm
actually
gonna
charge.
Go ahead. We're gonna keep talking.
That would
I'm thirsty too. I
make
get it.
it work.
It would. I'm just
Because
thinking.
how much would people actually pay to do it?
Well, how
Well,
much?
I bet they pay pretty handsomely.
It depends
If
on.
someone's- I mean, if someone wants to do a work at home situation where they know they've got their own little office room.
It wouldn't be the
Or they
person.
could-
It
or
would
they
be a
could start-
company paying for outsourcing.
Basically,
They would outsource their employees.
Basically,
Yeah.
that would be my concern
Mm-hmm.
though, is some company would be like, oh, well, we'll just pay for you guys to work here and.
So then it's
Which
steady
it
income.
would be steady income. My
Mm-hmm.
concern is, oh, well, here's this stipulation, here's this
No,
stipulation.
no, but
here's
see,
this
it's your
stipulation.
build. It's our building.
Yeah.
So it's not their stipulation.
It's, you know.
It's ours. And if you
It's
put
we
it on
decide
the,
if we can do it or not.
and if you
you
put it
know.
on the second floor, and it's not interfering with the gaming, there's not going to
Well,
be a
it
problem
would-
with anybody going, oh, there's too much
It
noise.
wouldn't for the gaming because be in a separate building. It would be in the building where the shops are down at the bottom, the small shops at the bottom, and then the other two floors being the work at home stations.
But that's what I'm saying. It would be
Yeah.
separated, so the gamers wouldn't have to worry about
Right.
can they laugh or can they be loud
Yeah.
or whatever a little bit. They could just relax and have fun. The people that need the workstation are completely isolated somewhere different, and there isn't no noise bothering them. And if they need that, a lot of people just flat out work at home, but there's a lot of businesses.
Yeah,
that would-
there are a lot that would, especially
Yeah.
if it's a downtown business anyway,
yeah.
then they would,
It would be interesting, I think, to do because we just gotta get it going. We've been talking about it. I've looked into some places around town in Clinton, and it's kind of feasible.
the idea can be done with any large building. We could get a Morton building on property somewhere and do the whole thing too.
But some of it too.
But
It just wouldn't be as interesting.
it wouldn't be, oh, it would. It could be made to be interesting.
But
But
you gotta remember,
You'd lose
it's the
your college
it's the
people, too.
capital though
it's
too.
location, that's the big
Right.
thing.
Location and capital, because
Yeah.
we don't have enough to do this massive uptake, and that's if you had
Yeah.
all the money
I
to
mean,
do
if
things
that's where we
perfectly,
would
but
need like 100 million to start with and then.
just 100 million, like, no.
Yeah, no big
problem.
deal, yeah,
No problem.
that's the thing, cause we'd have to acquire the properties and get the properties up to city specs first, before we did anything else.
Yes, Mini Warmut. Actually, yeah, we've had about 200 or 250 people. There's 252 in there right now, I think. And there was 260 a few minutes ago. So it's kind of bouncing around. And so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Keegan just ran to grab something because we're at a
Yeah.
local coffee
Yeah, we're-
shop.
we're at
So
the coffee shop.
they're just grabbing something to drink. But we're just kicking around the ideas of getting our Gamers of Coffee brand into well, more of the public.
Yeah.
Because we're online, like we're on TikTok, you guys. You can find us there. There's a couple thousand people following us there. We got a couple thousand people on our Facebook group, a couple 1,500 in our whatever on our page. This YouTube channel is fairly new, so it's growing already by a couple hundred people, and so on. But we want to take that and bring it over to where people can meet each other
Yeah.
and gamers can interact with each other and have some fun.
That's why the thing in a hotel would be nice.
What did you get? Oh,
Look at me a cinnamon roll.
We have
Ah.
local game shops that have
Ooh.
gaming areas. We have the RC shop that
Oh, did
kind
you
of
get me a
has,
drink, Keegan?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, damn, thanks, all right.
you know.
Look at this, Keegan was nice enough to get me a drink. Awesome guy.
So,
Yeah, it probably comes with a hidden clause in there somewhere.
you know,
Hidden, yeah, well,
Like watching my kids.
watching the kids, I can do that, that's not a
Yeah.
problem. But I think,
I
Clint,
just,
we need to do something, because what we're doing is we're trapped in this God-forsaken matrix of a world.
Yeah,
And
we are.
we're getting, look, you guys, audience, what do? You can go to the store and get more milk, right? You can go get another loaf of bread, but you cannot get more time, man. You're not gonna buy more time. And so we're kind of sick and tired of, you start to get a little older and you're gaming and you just wanna have some fun. This whole working till you die thing is
Yeah.
ridiculous. So if we're gonna work, then we may as well work and have some coffee and game and own our own thing, dude.
Yeah.
Because we're going nowhere, none of us. And a job is just over broke, J-O-B, and that's all it is. So, what do you guys think? That's our kind of dream there, and that's what we're working towards, and I think it's feasible, dude, and all these ideas we've been
It's-
brainstorming, they're all
There's-
workable depending on the money.
I mean, yeah, we'd have to start it phase by phase and expand it as we went, for sure.
Yeah,
And like Taylor said, smash the like button.
yeah, if you guys could hit the like button, that would be awesome. We would appreciate it. But if nothing else, again, leave a comment. If you want to join our Facebook group, go for it. It doesn't matter what kind of game you game. We have an RC Facebook group too for RC hobby enthusiasts that we just started, because a lot of gamers do have other hobbies they also
Adjacent
enjoy.
hobby stuff.
Well, but it's still a hobby.
It's still a
dude.
hobby, yeah.
It's still a
And-
hobby. I mean, if you're going to invest $200 and $300 in Warhammer, or $200 or $300 in Call of Duty and your extra downloadable content, or you're going to spend $200 or $300 on a race card you're playing with, what's the difference, right? You're still spending the money as long as you enjoy it, and you're still gaming and having fun. And you can't tell me RC cars aren't a form of gaming, because you're out there
Yeah.
woo, controlling these things and having fun, and right. And in Keegan's case, started a fire. But we won't talk about that.
What?
Remember that?
When your ESC burned up.
Oh, yep.
He comes running up the stairs, fire! And there's, boy, that stuff's stunk, dude.
Yeah, well, it's burning plastic, what do you
burning
expect?
plastic in the house.
Yeah, my EC was.
ESC.
Yeah, my ESC went up and.
Yeah, which is not uncommon for Traxxas.
And Taylor, we should drag you down from Canada, man, and drag you out of that.
Yeah, if we get this going and he comes down, we'll put him up somewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
For sure.
we get this going. Mini Warmut's terrified.
He
but-
can stay in my coat closet.
Coat
Yeah,
closet.
there we go.
We won't put you in a coat closet there, Taylor, but
Wow.
we
I
would
was
set
thinking
you
like
up.
Motel 6, but geez.
Motel 6. Wow.
They leave the light on for you.
Oh,
Okay, touche, Clint. They leave the light on.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, by the way,
Okay.
this is how we normally are, folks.
Yeah.
If you think we're
We
just
are?
being special, this is actually how we normally
But
communicate.
they do say we're special. Clint.
Well,
So we
yeah.
are. We are a special group of gamers that are just. We're dingtards. We're nerds. We like to game. That's it. We're gonna grow old and die in game.
okay, let's just hope
Oh!
it'll drop and he will.
Taylor mandates. We'll just send you a piece of paper from the internet that says you're good to go.
Yeah, really.
Taylor like mandates?
No, he's just.
I thought he was married.
He's
I
all
didn't know he liked
drop the
mandates.
mandates and I'll come out. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of power. But
Yeah.
hey, you know.
Well, we're not quite there yet anyway, so
We
maybe
will.
by then that will be not
Yeah,
an
it's
issue.
another conversation.
Yeah.
We will. But you know what I mean? Regardless of all that stuff, you still got it. You can work around it. Businesses still survive.
Yeah.
People still want to game. People still want to associate with each other. People like to be around people. That's just it. So either way, you'll succeed. It doesn't matter whether 50% stay home or 50% go out. You're still going to have people coming by. We got to find a viable location that we can afford to do
Yeah.
right now.
See, we have a
Which-
viable location, it's just affording it.
Well,
So my
I'm
basement
all
got-
for your idea, but
Is my basement not a viable location then?
No,
Oh.
not for that.
but close. So Keegan's basement is. Where are you, Keegan? You're hiding back there. There you are. You can't keep hiding. You can't hide, man. Not from the group. So yeah, there you go. Geez, that was a huge cinnamon roll, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
It was
What is that,
kind
like
of sponsors
2,000
we could get.
calories?
Probably my whole calorie limit for the day.
What'd you say,
So
Clint?
wonder what kind of sponsors we could get if we had something like that.
I think we could get sponsors. I mean, we just have to dig for it, but we either go forward with what we've been talking about, which is realistic on a small level, a small scale to start
Yeah.
with. But like I said, to me, it doesn't matter if, oh, geez, you got more coffee and food, didn't you?
And a sandwich.
Oh, Dee's got food. Sorry,
Orange spice tea
orange spice
with
tea.
steamed almond milk.
But we're at a coffee shop and you got tea with
I had-
almond milk?
I had a mocha.
She's British today. She had to take a tea break.
I had a mocha latte earlier,
Yeah,
A mocha
I
latte?
did. I
and
mean, really, I had.
And a diet sandwich,
I
right?
mean,
There's everything good in there.
It's a
Let's
turkey
be real, Greg.
sausage.
I had a peanut butter smoothie. So with some
did
coffee
you
in
do
it.
the shot of espresso?
It comes with a shot of espresso.
What was yours?
Well,
A
if
peanut
you
butter?
ask.
See,
You know, they always put it in mine.
and that's the thing with coffee
Because
is,
I always ask it the same
well,
way.
hell,
Maybe.
coffee is what, Clint? It's kind of like pizza. There's all sorts of flavors. to
True.
it. I mean,
Very true.
you may not like one pizza, but you might like another. Same with coffee.
Oh, look at all the brands out there.
Yeah,
Oof, I just want to get a portable IV bag and just straight line it.
yeah.
But that takes the fun out of
Taste
drinking.
is
it.
half the fun, though.
Oh, now you're bringing up taste
Yeah.
with
well, I
coffee.
mean, yeah.
All right.
Some coffee doesn't taste like diesel fuel.
Yeah, some coffee doesn't taste
Really?
like diesel fuel. Touche. Some of it's even iced.
Yeah. We get a coffee sponsor.
We probably could. We could do our own coffee thing like we talked about.
Yeah.
And yes, yes, Mini Warmut. It would be our coffee shop. It would be our rules, and there'd be fun rules.
Well, and actually, before any of this starts, we gotta get an LLC or something.
Large
Yeah,
table.
we would have to definitely.
But see, like this. Look,
Well,
look
yeah.
at this, you guys. So this coffee shop we're at now. See,
Big table.
see, they got a table. We come in here. We use it for gaming. Of course, we drink coffee, but we use it for gaming.
Yeah.
But we always get our
And then-
coffee from them.
And then we
when
get the view of the
Yeah.
street and whatever happens outside. And in our area, you just don't know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
Well,
like,
like earlier, we
earlier.
had a homeless guy come over here, drop a toolbox, walk back, and we're like, it's just a random toolbox, and if I was a gamer, that's about where I would drop some
Yeah.
special items.
I'd be
So-
I'd be going roll
so-
for
so-
initiative
roll
at this
for what
point.
it is. He
Roll
went
for
back,
something.
got it, walked back,
roll
dropped
for
it,
initiative. Do you
walked
run
back,
or?
grabbed his cart,
I
came back,
know,
grabbed the toolbox, and went down. We were like, what?
I personally know someone who was killed by a backpack.
Oh
It-
wow.
It was in the Philippines, in an airport.
Yeah, no.
No, I
No, I
really
know, I'm just
personally
saying.
know the man.
So
Well, things happen. I mean, backpacks can be
That's
dangerous.
just-
Well,
if
we
they-
know things happen. Look at you.
Exactly.
That was not very fair, Keegan. What did you say again?
I said we know things happen. Look at you.
Yeah. Okay. I did look
now
at me.
kids.
All right, kids. We'll,
Except I
we'll stop
can't say
now.
that because
We'll stop
Greg is
now.
actually older than me, albeit not
Yeah,
much,
by
but-
about 100 years,
Okay,
man.
so
Yeah.
am I.
My idea of a
You
tablet.
know what? But you know what? We're all ancient. We were all born in the 1900s.
I'm older.
We were all wandering souls who decided we rolled wrong. So here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Fulfilled our roles.
Am I older
We
than
got
you?
jobs.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
determine
discuss
later.
that later.
Okay.
Yeah,
You guys.
He can't talk about
Keep
that.
it
He never
gaming.
asked a lady her age.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm 58. I'll admit it.
Yeah. And again, I'm 102.
He's older. He's 62.
I'm not older. 102. Clint, I think,
Yeah.
is 99.
Something.
Keegan is approaching 5. He will
Yes.
be 5 next month.
Wait, we talking age or mentality?
Both.
Same.
Oh.
Same. So,
I'm
yeah.
not afraid of my age.
Yeah, well,
So,
Anyways.
Maybe next year.
that's what we
Yes.
were chit-chatting about.
Yep,
So,
that was where we're speculating, but
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That
I
turned
mean, I
into a
think-
pretty exciting conversation.
it did, and
It
I don't even know
was.
where we would start small around here, because the big thing is the location.
Well, location is
Location,
one thing,
location,
but then you
location.
gotta remember too, so, for instance, I'm not saying to use that building, but
Yeah.
there are buildings of about that
Yeah.
size where you can start with an adequate number of tables for different games,
Yeah.
you know, like Magic or your Warhammer or whatever you're gonna do on the tabletop.
What's the equivalent of realtor but for big businesses?
Well, we'll do that later. What?
So what's the equivalent of realtor but for big, like realtor.com is for your
There's,
Well, there's-
I already would have that covered. It wouldn't
Yeah,
matter.
there's things to look at,
There's-
but,
Yeah,
You know,
it's,
Yeah.
most of the realty sites will also show you businesses.
mhm.
You just gotta find a business realtor.
Well, for instance,
But-
the one bank building downtown, I called, and so you could rent the office above them, it's an elevator that goes up, but it was
Yeah.
$250 a month, dude.
Yeah.
So that's not outrageous for
That's
someone to
not
start.
outrageous, no.
Mhm.
And so, if you find a place, I can get the LLC, that's not the problem, and I already got the domain name and
Yeah.
all that stuff, but we just gotta find a place to start, and then when and get it going, I think word of mouth, and once, you can always grow, and you can always up and move to something else.
We could, yeah.
That's
But
not the thing.
my-
but-
my concern with starting small is you get a place like, say, this is where we're at now,
Mhm.
where you've got a gaming area and you've got a small coffee bar, whatever, but you're still now at the same level as the local game shops,
Yeah,
who have inventory for gamers, but maybe don't have the coffee bar, for example.
well, a
So
lot of them
really-
won't, they sell mostly just soft drinks,
Soft pop and
cans.
everything, which we would
Right.
obviously do as well, but so, cause you know, people love their Mountain Dew in the game.
That and their Rockstar and their Red
Yeah,
Bull and their.
we definitely
I
have
would
that.
never.
So
yeah.
We'll
We
lack what would set us apart.
that's the problem. We don't want to start small enough that we're just like we're another game shop.
And that we're
And-
too far away from the college.
And we're just too far away from
And
anything.
downtown, right.
Well, downtown has its drawbacks too,
Downtown
because
has
you
its
have
drawbacks.
parking, you have parking
But see,
drawbacks
that was the
and expense per square foot.
That was the nice part about this building idea where we were at is we didn't
That's
have
it,
parking
Clint.
issues.
That's it. Take it off for the
You know,
crowd.
whatever.
All right. Anyways.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Now he's serious.
Oh, look, all our viewers went away.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Nobody wants to see this
Just
now.
joke. There you go. No one wants to see it.
And
Yeah,
crash.
we're
Boom.
good.
No,
Crash.
that was the point. There's a large enough parking lot and an area that's already got a support structure for a covered, at the very least, some covered parking spots. But I don't want to do that. That's why I was thinking the RC track there.
Yeah.
And what do you call those things that shoot
Yeah, the
money?
tubes. Those
The tubes.
Tubes.
The tubes
You
would
get
have
the
to go.
tubes.
I
You have-
hate to
you
say it,
have
they'd have to
tubes.
go. However, we could move the tubes between the two buildings, but we wouldn't really.
We could keep one so we could send notes. We'd have to do it, Clint. You know that. Could you imagine doing that now? And play
Yeah.
Battleship
There
that
needs
way.
to be a game.
To be fair,
Created around
they
the
need to
tubes.
be.
Battleships like that'd be fun.
It's like
Yeah.
like a submarine. Send it through
That
the
is-
tubes.
That actually we could.
You
We
could do
It needs
Battleship.
to be a
and-
game.
We could between two tables in the facility.
Yeah, completely
Completely
separated.
separate. The two are playing some sort of game where they're literally having to send the messages back and forth.
Ah,
And you've got the tube
like
going.
the old secret
It's gotta
encoded
be
stuff
Yeah.
from World War II.
something
Like you said,
yeah.
Battleship, for example. You could do that.
Yeah.
Then we
Good.
put cameras on each end. Or we put a camera in the tube.
Ah.
No. You
No, that would
you
be cool.
put, you
That would
put
be
a
cool.
water gun at the top of it, so when your ship gets sunk,
I like it, but no. But what we do is we make the tube look like a torpedo.
Well, you could. And
with
then,
a big red button, you slam to
Yeah,
shoot it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if the stuff's there, why not use
Why
it?
not use it?
well, that's true. Why not?
I mean, that would be, yeah, God, if you could, you could easily put a camera on one person's right over their shoulder, looking at their battleship screen. I mean, it's Battleship, but in a totally different light.
Mark
then-
my words. If you guys don't do this,
Mark,
somebody will do it
Well, we've already thrown out
in
enough
the next
ideas.
2 years.
Somebody probably will, but in our area, me and Clint talked about this for quite some time, but it's a matter of, Clint wants to start here, and our finances are here.
Well, yes, I mean,
So,
let's be realistic.
I would, if I had all the
Streaming.
money, yeah, well,
you know
no,
what?
but
How about
not
instead of
really.
100 million, we start with a couple and we just buy a warehouse?
Why don't we just see if we can get one of the abandoned warehouses downtown that the city gives away?
My brother,
Not always in
my
the best
brother owns
location.
a warehouse.
Well, it depends
I don't know
though,
what he's
because
doing with
don't
it.
you
He owns
drive to a
one.
hobby shop that you wanna buy your stuff from? Sure you do. So do
Yes,
the other
but you know,
people.
some areas I don't wanna leave my vehicle parked.
Well,
He's got a
during the
point,
day.
he's got a point with that one.
yeah, you don't gotta worry, Keegan, you're just riding a bike.
What are you talking about? I drive a great
A
It
box,
smells- It doesn't smell.
it's a
as bad
box
as some of the
kit,
others.
yeah, it's a box kit car.
No, it literally said box edition on the back.
Yeah, I know, I've
So-
seen it, you had ordered that was pretty cool. So I think that would be, I
Yeah.
mean, it is feasible to do, and that is what we're talking about, you guys, and, why not? I mean, everybody does their own thing online, we kinda wanna do both, so we're already online, but we wanna do something too, that's not necessarily just online, but then you could always live stream your events too, to all the groups we already have, the people that are following us already, so.
You know, and
We could do that.
they usually do it at the cellular center, or not cellular center, the Alliant Energy Powerhouse. But we could host some gaming events, some big,
We
of those-
could.
those
Yeah, we
big
could.
gaming events there.
That would help be
Well,
our
and
opening.
we could host a lot of events. First of all, we could just be cheesy with the farmer's market and have a coffee cart out front. And then the RC track running.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because the farmer's market goes right through that area anyway.
Mhm.
So we just have a table out front. We either do samples of, our blend of coffee.
which we can actually have blended
And yeah,
the way we
Mhm.
want, and they'll send you
Right.
the samples and you let them know what blend
If
you
they-
wanna use.
I
you
know a coffee roaster.
Yeah,
if they ever did
Okay.
parades again, which they probably will never do here again, the parades always went right in front of that building.
Oh, Keegan would be good in a parade.
Well, we could
dress
Are
him
we
up.
sure we want that kind of negative attention in our
It's not
community?
negative attention.
then at that
What
point,
would be-
I would
What is
say,
your float?
Go ahead, Clint.
well, we would justify to purchase a couple restored World War II vehicles, like a half track.
Oh, there you go. Cruising down the
Well,
street.
you
Cruise
There's
it in the
World War
parade.
II half
You want
track.
one anyway.
Yeah, why not?
We wanted one
You
anyway
want
for
I
a
mean,
one
while.
really, a restored half track is about 10 grand. It's not even that expensive.
Well, Mr. Moneybags.
Combine all your dreams.
Yeah.
Well, if we're
Okay.
already
Make it
spending
happen.
100 million on a building, what's 10 grand on a truck?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of ways to promote your business once you get your business. Go ahead,
Thank
Dave.
you.
Did you see the size of that box that cinnamon roll came in? That's just huge.
It's a cinnamon box. It's a
Yeah, I
cinnamon
know.
box.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a giant cinnamon roll with 2,000 calories.
No, giant cinnamon roll downtown at that other donut shop way down there in Iowa City. That.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh,
Place, Hurts Donuts, or
we're in a
whatever.
contract with a mini donut vendor.
Oh, there you go.
You know what?
Gave us
There's
a
enough
coffee,
donut
chocolate
places-
donuts.
There's,
Yeah.
well, I'm saying, there's enough donut shops here in town. I bet we could get someone to do
We
that.
could. Heck, worst case scenario, we have Donut Land deliver donuts in the morning, like they do with a lot of the other. I mean, how do you think Casey's gets their donuts?
You
Somebody makes them and brings them.
Yeah.
I'd rather do Donut Land myself, but
We would never lack chop sueys.
Well,
that's true. We
And,
wouldn't.
and
Because
here's,
it would come
and here's the
straight
thing,
to
it'd be a great place for all these small businesses to come
Yeah.
and get an annex without having to stretch out their budget huge.
That's true.
I mean,
Very
really, we could even.
It could be a great community business.
We could. At some point, we could almost, once we drew enough business in, not have to worry about having our own baristas and have one of the other
Turn that
coffee
back
shops.
Can you turn that back on?
We would be amazing.
You know, we could easily have some other coffee shop handle the
There we go.
barista stuff for the coffee,
Mhm.
and we just have the coffee bar, just because we need the coffee bar for 24-hour access.
Yeah, but it's our own blend.
Right, that'd be our own blend there.
Well, we had to
But-
call it something else, because bars have to be closed by 2, so it can't be a coffee bar. It has to be coffee
Correct.
something else,
Coffee burger.
a coffee strip.
Well,
Yeah.
It's a table with coffee pots on
that's
it.
the thing. You don't have to close. It depends on how long you want to stay open and when.
I don't know if we'd be able to afford to stay open 24/7 at
Well,
first.
in the beginning, probably not, but if
No,
we
but-
stayed later at least,
Oh, like Friday, Saturday
So-
nights, you can
Open
stay till-
early and stay late.
yeah.
Yeah, you could.
It would be, well,
I'll-
we'd have to open at like 5 or 6.
I'll tell you
In the
right
morning,
now.
or you're talking
In the morning, if we're doing the coffee thing, we'd have to open at 5 or 6.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you
they're
right,
gonna get their
tell you
coffee
right
over
now,
there.
Josh and Dylan would cover the weekends. They would
Yeah.
stay up and game anyways.
Yeah,
because
if
they love the
they're
game.
already,
Because you were talking, you would sit at the donut shop, right, and you would game 2 or 3 in the morning
Yeah.
with your friends. So if you're open and there's people that want to go somewhere and game, they're just bored of being at home,
yeah,
then you could do that. I don't see really a problem with that.
no.
I mean, but
It's
you
an
just
LA answer
have to
for
set your
video
hours,
games.
yeah.
Well, that's why I thought if we're gonna do the work from home thing, we put in a T1.
Yeah,
And we
Well,
just
you can
have
get
our own
your-
internet.
you
Yeah.
can get your lines in.
And then that covers all our gaming needs, that covers everything, it's right there on site.
Yep.
The internet company will service it for us, for a small fee, of course.
Yeah, but still, for that small free is nothing, then we don't have to, we're not having to keep on top of it, we have somebody that's
Yeah.
managing it already.
Yeah.
So really, it's saving us money in the end.
Yeah, and because with the T1, we don't pay for internet each month. We own it, it's ours.
But my brother will help
How
us
much
with
is
the
the T1?
interior wiring.
Last I checked was about 10 grand to put a T1 in. Then if we're sitting in the middle of downtown with a T1, and the businesses around us, like say White Star and all the other restaurants, want internet, and wanna tap into that T1 instead of worrying about everybody else come in,
It just depends on what they got
Small
set up
fee?
to.
small fee. We don't run cable, or the cable's already run to the building, so that office building that's attached to the one we wanna buy,
Right,
there's still rental property. We could supply internet to that building banked off our T1 for a reasonable price, and they get hardline internet. They want Wi-Fi, they put in their own router. We just basically provide them one internet access point to their office, and they go from there. You know, here's an outlet in the wall, you plug in your cable, move it to whatever room you want, I don't care. But it's a T1 line, we're not gonna drive enough traffic to eat up a T1.
no,
T1 handles 100,000 users. So our gaming traffic, even if we built that whole building around gaming, would never eat up that T1
yeah,
or T3 or whatever it is called now. I don't, last time it was a T1. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's money out. But if we're already laying out, I mean, what are we gonna put out for cellular or for solar and wind generators? We're gonna invest 100,000-200,000 to get going. But once it's done, it's done. It pays for itself.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, within 15 to 20 years, depending on how we do this correctly, it will pay itself back, and then it's your profit after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
that's-
could probably
that's if they
provide
let
power to
you.
the entire block.
If they let you.
They might.
They might.
If the
There's a
block,
lot
not the
of,
whole downtown here, but
like
that
getting your own
block.
building and getting your own power for your building, sometimes is a fight in some areas, and then the utility companies, I've seen them try to sue people for doing that because they want you to buy their product. They
Yeah.
don't want you to be independent, but you can, if you own the building, then you have a lot more say in what you're
Yeah.
gonna do with your building. But then again, it depends on what
Well,
we start
then
with.
again, if you look at Alliant will pay you for that electricity you don't use.
Yeah, if you send
So
it
if
back,
we're,
yes.
yeah, so it's,
I'd much rather at first, yeah, it'd be great to supply everyone else, but I'd much rather at first, I mean, we're gonna be able to finance, we can't come in, I'd much
Well,
rather sell it back to
what you-
Alliant, and they can use
But
it.
getting back to the gaming part of it, what about, well, I mean, all that we can think about, but then the gaming part, we're gonna have to come up with what's feasible to rent and get going, and what would be a schedule you could start with, and then what are you gonna do, like little
Membership.
And what's
tournaments or,
popular?
that was, I was thinking
Or-
of some of the,
or things like that. I mean, we could discuss windmills and stuff all day long, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're discussing gaming, so I'm trying to veer us
we need
back
to
to,
find out what's
Well,
gonna pull the people
so-
in right away.
the video game stuff is gonna be hit or miss.
Me dancing.
well,
but
it's gonna be somewhat,
we
but
could
most people
do-
are at home with
well,
that, but the tabletop is different.
Tabletop people just come in and use the table.
Yes, but they're more
But they're
social
going
as far
to,
as.
yeah, and they're going to be more likely to use the coffee bar and the vending machines or the baristas.
Mm.
The video game side of it, I was thinking we can have a walk-in fee, cause that's what most of them are doing, they pay a walk-in fee, or you can get a membership.
Yeah.
And you pay a yearly rate or
Because I
whatever.
think one of the shops around here, they have a
The-
small area, but they do have a monthly
It's a
membership.
monthly membership, yeah.
And it's
the-
just to come in and use the tables.
Yep, and the computer,
Mhm.
yeah.
If you keep it cheap enough, people are gonna come in.
That's
and
even, if
use
it's
the
reasonable
tables.
enough for
Yeah.
enough people, especially when they've got the option to, their buddies who aren't playing or aren't able to play or waiting to play can sit in a chair and watch it on a big screen what their buddy's doing. They don't
Yeah,
necessarily need to be in the room with them, trying to look over their shoulder or whatever, they can just come outside and watch it.
yeah, that's true.
Well, that's an easy splitter, is all it is. That's
It is,
pretty
yeah,
easy.
real simple, and if we could get, say, a dozen stations, then we could host tournament too. If, I mean, not that I wanted to get into Fortnite or anything like that, really, but we could host those. And that will draw in a lot of people, and what we'll have is, nobody sitting with the gamers watching them play,
So they're not getting distracted.
they're not getting distracted or bothered, everybody's sitting outside in the food area. Now, the bad part with that is, you will have people sitting at the gaming tables who aren't gaming. You will have that,
They've paid.
But they paid, so it's okay.
well,
You could have, look, you
So-
could have like a social coffee
You-
part too,
yeah,
and just do some little tables where people can hang out, have coffee, sit on their
that's what I
laptop,
figured be in
kinda
front
like a.
off to the one side.
Yeah, because that's like a regular coffee shop part, people could enjoy that, but then the ones that want a game can come in, so what you're doing is you're offering a little bit of everything to a little bit of everybody, and you're not just focused on one niche, because then you're just not. But I don't see why people couldn't come in and someone's like, you know what, I wanna hang out at the game shop, just cause I'm a gamer and I gotta work.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll go sit on my laptop, have a cup of coffee and watch other people
Well,
game.
and that,
Yeah.
and
Or
you can
talk
start
to other
networking,
people.
getting
Yeah.
skills that other people are
Yeah,
having that you don't have. Learning you know, maybe you go in and you learn a new strategy
yeah,
for say, the Space Marines to finally beat up a Necron. I mean, I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
or like you know, home dance lessons.
Oh.
Now,
Wow.
you guys weren't here for that
Wow,
earlier.
That's
That's
debatable.
There you go.
It's
Practice.
debatable.
Practice.
Yeah,
Keegan, but-
So,
not that we're not having fun, but it is pushing 3 o'clock and you do have the gamer hangout at 4.
Yeah,
yeah,
So-
yeah.
Uh-oh.
We need to scram.
So,
well,
Like this isn't gonna turn into the game.
well,
no,
it
I
wasn't
mean,
intended to,
I
that's
but,
for sure.
but this is cool. Look, we appreciate it because it looked like there was over 320 something people at one point.
Yeah, we did hit 320. I did see that number.
Yeah, and so we appreciate that. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let you guys go. If you'd like to, You can join our
Yeah.
Facebook group or on TikTok or Instagram, whatever games you like. What the are you doing? God damn. Anyways,
Watch.
whatever you guys would like to do. That's the games we're into. Are you still doing it?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. Anyway.
Me?
Because I can hear you over there giggling
Yeah.
like you're in school, Clint.
Yeah.
So
I go DV all the time.
yeah, so okay.
I'm-
But anyways,
I
we
can't talk.
we have fun, you guys. And in about an hour,
We do?
we're gonna do a gamer
I thought this was
hangout.
slavery.
So we'll be back on
I like
YouTube.
this if this is slavery.
And you're
Yeah.
Slavery has coffee.
Yeah.
yeah, we are
Yeah.
addicted
Slaves
to
of
coffee.
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, slaves.
And
yeah.
some of us
Tea,
to
a little
tea.
bit of tea.
Yes.
Because I had
It's not
coffee
the spice
earlier.
his life, it's
But-
the mean his life.
Right?
Yeah, but in about an hour, you guys will be back on with a gamer hangout. This was just kind of an impromptu a coffee
Yes,
shop.
it wasn't supposed to
This was
go
supposed
this.
to be the podcast.
For
We
the
should
end of the year.
Yeah,
We
it
might
is.
have to do another one for the actual end of the year podcast.
You know,
Well,
we
we're
pretty
doing a
much
pod-
covered our end of year.
We did the
Pretty
end
much
of the year.
did.
End of the year. We
This
did
is-
cover the podcast. So
I had no clue how we got over to this side.
It was all gaming related.
It's all
so not
gaming.
like
I
we
know,
were
but
really
then all of a sudden it's
tangented.
like we were talking about games in the end of the year. All of a sudden we
Somebody
drinking
had
beer
an
and we
idea.
hit.
yeah,
We want to make some money.
I wonder who did that.
I don't know. It wasn't Clint.
It was gaming related. Doesn't count. It's not distraction.
No,
there
I
was no
think
squirrel
you
moment.
said something about the World Theater, and I said, okay, tell me about this.
Well,
Because
that's fine.
I
yeah.
hadn't heard, you probably,
have to go back and
I
listen
think
to
you
figure out
did
where-
say
Yeah,
something one time.
It
fine.
doesn't matter. We had fun. We were talking
Right.
about what something me and Clint have been talking about
Yeah.
for quite a long time, and I've been trying to push Clint in this
Oh,
direction a
speaking
bit.
of which, you owe me the 40
Now
bucks
we
for
have-
forcible show up.
Huh?
You owe me the 40 bucks
for-
for the forcible show up. You keep forcing me to come, so.
Oh, I'm forcing Keegan.
Well, you're
So,
paying him to
sorry,
come, but, okay, so. Well.
Yes, you're paying him
So
to be
anyway-
here. Anyway. Yes.
Yeah, sorry. We're paying Keegan to be here,
Yes.
but nobody is forcing
It's
him
the dancing.
to.
You're paying him to dance.
Okay.
So
Anyway.
anyway,
Yeah, we should probably wrap
Okay,
this
but-
one. So
okay.
we're
Okay, so-
tangenting away from even
So
wrapping up.
go
So yeah.
ahead, D. D wants to finish. You finish what you're saying, D, and then I can close out. Go ahead. The camera's on you, D. You're
Okay.
focused.
so everyone has heard
About the bird?
about their dreams.
Oh.
About
thought
the
birds were
dreams. Everyone's heard the dreams.
I didn't hear no dreams.
Now we
I
need,
was sleeping.
These aren't dreams.
we
These are the
need them
plans.
to become reality.
The only way we
And
can
then
do that is by you.
Boom.
Like, all you viewers, send us $1 million.
Right.
Sure, there you go. Anyways, you guys,
If
you're
you
more.
all send us a nice small
Let me-
fee of $1 million a month, we can make your dreams come true too.
Going,
By
Okay,
allowing
sure.
you to join
do
us
this.
on our journey.
Right.
we're going to do
Like
this.
a lot of video gamers do.
Anyways, this
I
is.
think I need to learn how to.
You guys are
dance.
more than welcome to join our group, and we'll be back on in a little bit with a gamer hangout. You're more than welcome to come back and join us there also. Okay,
That
for right now.
tangents a lot though, just
Yeah.
so you know.
Yeah, we discuss gaming and stuff, and it's something we do every
That
single
one,
day.
that one has a lot of
Before-
squirrels in it.
If
That
I
had a
can-
lot of squirrels.
Worse than this.
Can I finish, Keegan?
No.
Darn, he's not gonna let me finish. So we'll see you guys.
So hey, did you guys hear about the RC trucks?
That was
he,
neat. I like
he
it.
thinks he's funny. All right, we will catch you guys later.
But wait,
Thank
there's
you.
more.
Oh no!
You just flung water. Whatever that. What's in your
Oh
can?
no! It tanked.
Oh,
Oh
man,
yeah,
dude. You didn't spit that at me, did you?
no, it's sticky though.
All right, everybody on the podcast, he's flinging water or something out of his can. Anyways, you guys,
Wow.
thank you. Thank you for showing up.
Thank
We'll
you, subscribe
catch
now
up
for
with you later.
$35.99.
Okay.